glad you're here. Grab a cold one, maybe a beer.
Very light on the
In
audio.
the chat, giveaway prizes. Heck, maybe we'll give away Uncle Bill's cowboy hat. Jim says sidekick, wouldn't you know? Uncle Extra Medium in the show.
Where is he?
Like button and subscribe. Let's all be part of hashtag Uncle Bill's Tribe. Hashtag Uncle Bill's Tribe.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and neighbors, and all the ships at sea, this is Uncle Saturday Night Hangar Talk.
Glitchy.
He's doing
Glitchy.
matching my lips.
Yep. And but
I'm glitchy? Shouldn't be.
For those of you not aware, Uncle Bill is having problems with his internet tonight. What he meant to say is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all the ships at sea, welcome to Uncle Bill's Hangar Talk.
All the
Ships at sea.
Jeez.
Well,
Yeah.
that though.
Chips and peas. Yeah. Chips and peas.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Song you guys to make this interesting.
All right.
Yeah,
we'll
we'll take over.
I think we could carry it.
I want to
Brian.
try not to hog the show tonight.
Jim.
It's already interesting.
Yeah.
And Jim.
So, Dominic, how you doing?
Well, considering the fact the weather's in the 50 degrees Fahrenheit, it's a cold, wet. It's not wet actually, so that's good. But it is a little windy.
Okay. All
Hi,
right.
Nick.
And Lloyd, how are you doing? Good to see you there.
Well, thank you, Bill and Art and Dominic. I'm glad to be here. It's 80 degrees right now. We've had some massive thunderstorms this morning. My
Oh,
poor old
great.
Great Pyrenees tried to crawl under my bed this morning.
Oh,
Yeah, and at 150 pounds, and my bed's not that tall.
yeah.
So he was just, so when I swung my legs over, like, oh, he was scared. He only gets on my side of the bed when he's scared. So, yeah.
No.
But, other than that, everything's going pretty good. Same shit, different day.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's always like that. Yeah.
Oh, Alexis, how are you doing? Good to see you. You're looking chipper as always.
Well, it's good to be seen.
No, good.
I'm frustrated. Lloyd can fill you in. I'm going to save you a bunch of time.
All right, and last but not least, Lon, how are you doing? Good to see you.
Thanks.
Well, thanks for keeping it short. Yeah.
Yep.
Short.
All right, Lloyd, do you want to fill us in on what's going on with
Well, her husband, Jeff, is still in the hospital.
Okay.
And they still have not put in the J tube. Now they're wanting to send him home with what is that? TPN, yeah. They want to send him home with that, and that's not conducive. And we discussed several things. As one is, since they've given the diagnosis of stage 4 pancreatic cancer, I almost did it again there, Alexis. Pancreatic cancer.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah.
So, but we were discussing it. They have not done what's called a PET scan. That measures the energy of or it basically registers a sugar level that is conducive of cancer. Right. And so, all this time they've yet to do it to give her. So they haven't given her a full definitive diagnosis. They have also not been able to. They have not done a biopsy of the actual tumor itself. So she's a little frustrated with that. Yeah. And just a lot of frustrations. They keep trying to discharge. And today he didn't get fed. It wasn't until this evening he found out that apparently after he'd asked the nurse to fill out his menu, she never bothered to come back to tell him that, you're NPO, nothing by mouth,
Okay.
Yeah, I'm so. I want to choke somebody.
Yeah.
I am
So
so upset. It's
called me she vented with me we vented to each other about some things for about the last hour or so.
Okay. All
I
right.
just needed I just needed somebody just so I could just unload because I told Jeff as soon as I get off the phone with him, I was on the phone with Jeff for almost an hour. A nurse was in and out, and she told him that she ordered his dinner, but didn't bother to tell him after she put the order in that he was NPO, nothing by mouth. And he only found out because I quizzed her while she was in the room, and we just happened to be on the phone. I said, "You did order his dinner, right?" She hesitated, and then she goes, he's NPO right now. I'm like, what? And Jeff didn't even know. She didn't bother to tell him, and boy, I blew up. God. I was almost ready to drive to MD Anderson right now. I was just about on my way because I bought him bouillon. So when she left the room, I said, Jeff, you want me to bring the bouillon that I bought? And we've got the Keurig machine in the room, so I can get instant hot water. I said, do you want me to, I can be there. I'll be there in 4 hours. So, I mean, it'll be late, but I mean, I can be there in 4 hours. Do you want me to bring them so you can have something to sip on? He goes, no, I guess we better not because that'd be against the doctor's orders. And so come to find out, and I'm not going to talk long about this, but come to find out, it was a speech pathologist that was in yesterday that she said the speech pathology put the NPO order in. I go, since when can a speech pathologist put an NPO order in on a patient? They're not a doctor. So, well, then she says, well, she went to the hospitalist, and the hospitalist put the NPO order in. So I asked for his name, got his name. I was recording the whole call. Lloyd suggested that I talk to a patient advocate. So the next time I go there, whenever that is, because I've been gone for almost a week, or actually I have been gone for a week, because I've been doing some deep cleaning at the house, because this PICC line, if it gets infected, that could be the end of the story right there. And then rearranging, moved that machine from the arcade room, the Miss Pac-Man machine, moved that, and these things are monsters to move. And the heaviest one of all the ones that I have to move, let me unplug this so I can move this. Here, is that in the photo? Is it that one there? That's Space Invaders. I move them from this room, the arcade room, that goes all the way back this way. I guess my screen is backwards. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, for God.
probably.
Well, anyway, that Space Invaders. Oh my God, I had to get the dolly for that one. Actually, I use the dolly for both, but that one is a monster. And I'm making room for the dogs because when Jeff does get here, the dogs are going into the arcade room, and just keeping them away. Anyway, that's it. Just
Hi,
not
guys.
happy. Oh, hi, Jim Beauchart. Is he in there? Hi, Drone Shots. I'm looking at the chat on my phone. Because if I make the chat on my iPad Pro, it makes the picture of everybody super tiny.
Hi, guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
You're very light. Very light.
I'm very what?
Your audio is weak. Boost it up.
Weak sauce. How about now?
Nope.
You're
All right, let
off
me
now.
fix that.
Oh, there you go.
What do you mean I'm off? What does that mean?
That's all
You're
right.
fine.
Now.
You're fine.
Yeah, you good.
Fine now.
Yeah.
Okay, my audio should be fine now. Actually, should
Yep.
be loud.
Yep.
Yep.
Backwards.
All right. So I figured out what the
Yeah,
problem was.
backwards. Yeah, you need to mirror.
I switched over to T-Mobile, but I forgot to turn the Wi-Fi off my phone.
Oh,
So it
no.
was sharing my messed up Comcast. Now it's sharing T-Mobile.
Great.
So
Good.
am I in sync?
Yes.
Yes, you are.
Everything's fine.
Everything is
You're 100.
okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
5.
All right, so that's what we're gonna have to do till I figure it out. I'm gonna have to climb up that tree, or climb up the ladder, and go up in the tree, and cut those branches down and free up my. You can see it's pushing right down on that cable, so I know it's causing noise. So
Yeah.
that'll be my Tuesday project.
There you go.
Awesome.
Well, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and neighbors, and all the ships at sea. Here we Uncle Bill's Hangar Talk.
Hey, mate.
And, on top of it, I didn't have a chance to play around with this before we came on because I came on last second, as usual. Because of work, because tomorrow's my 26th wedding anniversary. It's also Father's Day.
Um,
So,
Anniversary.
thank you. My wife kept on saying, don't spend any money. We need to save. She wants to save for retirement, save for the future, but don't buy any money. Don't spend any money.
Spend it now. You never know.
So I actually listened to her like a jackass. I'm sorry, what?
Spend it now because you never.
I'm sorry.
Spend it now. You never know.
Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Well, that's right. I mean, I was recently diagnosed with cancer, so yes, I understand what you're saying. So anyway, I wasn't going to buy anything because she kept insisting, no, we got to save money. I was going to stop and buy a card, maybe put a gift card in it or something like that, and I kept feeling bad about it, and then I decided, well, I'm going to stop and pick up some liquor.
Yes.
Huh? Yeah.
No problem with buying a $22 bottle of liquor. So I wasn't really paying attention and didn't realize, oh shit, this is the turn,
Brothers.
Britt Road by the Best Buy. So but it's a 2-lane turn, right? But because some slow moving vehicle that wanted to hang out on my rear bumper, I couldn't get over without being an asshole, and I don't like to do that when I drive because I like my truck. So I was in the wrong lane.
Mm.
Now that when you make that left-hand turn, that lane disappears and goes into a parking lot on the wrong side. I needed to go to the left. I'm in the shopping mall on the right. I figured, well, I'll come back out. I'll turn around. I'll go. And it was already kind of late, because I was working today. And I thought it was a sign. What's the first business when I turn in? Is it Jared's? I'm thinking, that's a
There
sign.
you go.
Buyers.
Hmm.
Spent a couple $100 buy or something. So I went from buying nothing to buying a pair of diamond earrings.
Oh,
Whoa.
you got it.
So that's what I did.
Brothers on the
Yeah.
And then I came home, and of course she said, "Don't spend any money." She bought me a gun safe
Ooh.
for my anniversary, which is interesting. And she got me some shirts and stuff and a car, for Father's Day. She's like, "Oh, I thought we weren't going to spend any money." Well, it didn't cost that much. I said, "Well, fine, here." And I handed her the bag from
Yeah.
Jared's. And she goes, "You already gave me a pair of them." And, I thought I might have, because I walked in, and they close at 7. I don't remember what I buy her. They closed at 7. It was 5 of. Now I don't want to be that guy. You know what I mean? So as I walk in the door, there's this young lady behind the counter. It's like, "What can I buy in 5 minutes? Because I don't want to keep you." They don't seem to care. They're cool about it. It's like, "Oh no, it's okay." The first thing she picks up is a tennis bracelet. No, you don't understand. $3,000 bracelet. That's not
Yeah.
spur of the moment purchase. Not that I wouldn't buy it for her, because I would. But I wanted, I don't want her mad at me. Your gift shouldn't make her mad at you.
Right. Yeah.
And I said, no, a couple $100. Went from about $400 I spent. I ended up spending $400. So nice little set of diamond earrings, which she already has. But see, I don't want anything too
Buddy.
ostentatious.
Yeah. Us.
It'll end up just sitting there because she's got tons of jewelry, my wife, tons of jewelry. And she's like, but she likes it, so can't go wrong. So I thought, well, something that's nice but not stupid expensive or anything, and she can wear it at work because she likes
Uh-oh.
it. So that's what I did. Bitch.
I was waiting for
Yeah.
that. Yeah, we heard that.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Yeah, you gotta be effing kidding.
Got 5 bars. What the fuck?
Hmm.
All right, whatever. Internet sucks. Internet's stupid.
Yeah.
Am I working okay now?
Yeah.
Yeah, so far, yeah.
I
We
don't know.
got Brenda Sunstars here.
We can't hear Lon though because he's
Well, he's being kind. He's not
Right,
aggravated. I'm already aggravated, so he's
Yeah.
not aggravating me more. Which is
he's not aggravating you by eating, but yeah, by crunching something. Yeah.
like smacking his.
Did you disconnect your LAN cable?
Appreciate it. I disabled and
Okay, just asking, because that's what it feels like your home Wi-Fi is trying to take
oh,
over.
I know. I just trying to do.
Yeah,
I brought device manager, and I disabled that card, so it can't be the card.
Okay.
It's not a card, by the way. It's actually on the board, but also
Right,
is
right,
so
yeah.
so is the Wi-Fi is on the board, but I never use it ever because I'm wired direct. You know. Well, now I'm using it, and I connected to maybe T-Mobile's having problems. Who knows? I don't know.
No,
Seems
could
fine.
be the No Kings Day.
Yeah,
Huh?
everybody's on the internet.
Yeah, they're standing in front of the information highway. They're blocking the information highway.
Brenda,
Run them over.
Run them over. Yep,
That's what DeSantis said to do.
yep, that's
you feel,
right.
You feel threatened? There's
Yep.
no reason you have to sit in your car and get yanked out of your car, have your car destroyed, to be yanked out of your car like that. If you run them
Yeah.
over, you will not be prosecuted.
Mhm.
I love our governor.
Yeah.
He's so
We
good.
actually have that law on the books here
Mhm.
because a few years back on the 100th anniversary of the Tulsa, what they call it used to be the Tulsa race right now, it's called the Tulsa Massacre. They had some peaceful marches by the locals in the area that's called the Greenwood District. Well, unfortunately for them, and was a group that had come in from out of state. In other words, BLM came in and joined them. Then they broke off and they took over one of the highways and they surrounded this family in an RV and they were starting to rock it and he just sped through it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
There you go.
Can you see 5
And-
bars?
Yeah. And he just
I got
pushed on through and he ran a couple of them over and hurt one pretty badly. And they refused to prosecute because he was in fear of his or his family's life.
Yeah,
And
that's good.
right after
Sure.
that, the state Senate the state Congress House put forward a bill. It was passed by the House, it was passed by the Senate, and it was passed and it's signed by the governor that gives us that protection. So anytime, we are in fear of we're taken over by a crowd, just like DeSantis said, we
Mhm.
have the right to drive through and not worry about being prosecuted.
So if the light changes and a whole bunch of people are crossing in the crosswalk, you can't just run them down.
No,
because
we
they're
just can't
blocking
run
your
them
way,
down
right?
because they're.
I was trying to make a right turn on red, and they were blocking my way.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. It has to be under the circumstances that they've been doing out in L.A. and that
Duress.
happened here. Yeah,
See, that's where it
under
gets.
threat.
But that's where it gets scary. What's the what? Because you're going to end up in front of some kind of judge, and what are they going to designate as actual duress? That you were actually in fear for your life. What are they going to believe? Now, I mean, chances are some yo-ho's not going to hold a cinder block over the hood of your car. So to me, just back off.
Yeah.
Be late for work. Take a nap in your car.
This was a case where they were actually starting to attack his vehicle and rock it.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
He plowed through 'em.
anything goes.
And it didn't ever go before a judge because the prosecutor said this was justifiable.
Mhm.
Because we also have a standard ground law.
Put what you want on the sides of the street. Hold your signs.
And
Say
that
your
was the
piece.
sad thing.
It's a free country. You
That
can
was
do
the
that.
sad thing about it because the Greenwood District group that was marching, they were marching commemorating the 100th anniversary. And very peacefully, and everybody accepted that. It was these out-of-towners that broke loose. And they came out and condemned it. I mean, they came out and condemned this other group right off the bat. I mean, right after this incident happened, or just as it was happening, they got hold of a press and said, "No, we are not part of that. We condemn that." So, says those are people from out of state. Came in from from what was it? Was it St.
Arkansas.
Louis or Kansas City, where they were? It was in Missouri. It was where they were having the big marches.
St. Louis.
Was it St. Louis? Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
I don't think people from Arkansas are protesting.
Uh,
No.
No.
Matter of fact,
No.
Governor Huckabee came on.
It's pretty red there.
Yeah, she come on and
Yeah.
says they're not doing that here. Everybody here's got a gun.
mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, you know what? I truly believe that they are dying for somebody to die.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're dying for and I got to give kudos and respect to all the law enforcement agencies that have not used deadly force on these assholes. God
Yeah.
bless them. I mean, they're getting injured. They're getting rocks thrown at. They're getting their vehicles wrecked, and yet they've done everything right so far, because you don't want to feed that, because that'll be the next George Floyd thing.
Right.
Well, it'd be that
Oh.
or Kent State all over again. Something like that.
That's why they're paying all this money, because they're hoping that something stupid happens. And well, God bless them for not for being able to do their job. And talking about, they brought in the National Guard and they accelerated everything. National Guard's been in the background. All they're doing is protecting buildings and
Right.
properties.
Yeah.
So that the police can go out and do their
Right.
job.
Yeah, they're protecting
So
all
that's
federal
the
sites
real
that have been,
miracle.
and that's where this has been going on. They've been attacking the federal institutions, trying to,
Right, because they only have 7,000 police officers. That sounds like a lot. It's not a lot for a city of 4 million
No.
people. They're understaffed, big time. They have less than 50% per capita of New York
Yeah.
for police force, and they're just stretched too thin. If they have to protect these properties and buildings, there's not enough officers to control the crowds. There still isn't, but that's why you bring in the National Guard, you bring in the Marines, whoever, and they can stay in the background, and the police can go do
Right.
their jobs.
Yep.
Period.
I saw some.
It's really great.
I saw a few protesters after work. I was on my way to my sister's house, and there's some guy with a big sign that says "Stop unchecked fascism." Yeah. What
Yeah.
fascism? Yeah.
They clearly don't know what fascism is.
Exactly.
Enforcing the country's laws is fascism. You didn't know that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, they clearly don't know what fascism is. It's like that douchebag that would there was an African American. Yes, I'll use that term. There was a black woman who was confronting some people blocking her way, and she's just trying to go to work. She's a single mom trying to feed her
the
daughter,
man bun douchebag.
and the guy laughed at her. The guy fucking laughed at her. Work? Oh, I was so worried about you going to work off. That's what she does to feed her kid. So you're stopping her from being able to feed her kid and pay her bills.
Right.
I know you probably live in your mother's basement, but
Yeah.
not everybody has that luxury.
What the heck? Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, that's the one they called the man bun douchebag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We call them
Yeah.
hipsters.
Hips.
Yeah.
Mhm.
See, that just goes to show you. I've been talking about it on my channel for years. Man buns are not good. See, he has his hair pulled up so damn tight that is cutting off circulation to the brain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, Brian, did you actually see this, or you saw this on the internet? Because you actually saw this, I'd love that video, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was on the internet. It was on the internet. News. I saw
Yeah.
it too. Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. And he slammed his ass to the ground too.
Yeah.
What is wrong with them? They're not in the majority. They're in the minority. And
What is wrong with those people?
this is not going to bring anybody to your cause.
Yep.
You're costing people money. You're costing people possibly lives. I mean, what if you're blocking a road and there's somebody needs to get to the hospital?
Mhm.
Somebody's-
Yeah, that's annoying.
you
Yeah.
know, fuck you.
Yeah.
We already know you're there because you're annoying the crap out of us. Which
Right.
is fine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I stand by their right to protest. I remember
Oh, yeah,
when I was in the
absolutely.
army.
100%.
Yeah, the neo-Nazis were marching, and they asked for volunteers for guards, and I volunteered, because I'm like, whatever, and a bunch of, brothers, were pissed at me, and I'm like, because everybody, because they weren't going to make anybody do it. I'm like, listen, man, they have every right to espouse their beliefs just like anybody else does.
Mm.
We all stood there and guarded the whatever. We'd guard the Black Panthers if they came through. We'd guard the what do they call it? The feminists. We'd guard if the gay rights people wanted to come marching through. We'd guard them. So we're going to guard the Nazis too. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a right to put forth their opinion. It's when you start interfering with other people is where the line has to get drawn. That's where the line has to get drawn. And that's my problem.
Well,
and I hope to God I never drive down the street and a bunch of people surround my car, because I'm not going to react well. I'm going to tell you right now.
Yep.
I'm not going to react. You're going to see me on TV. If you're going to see me on TV, because I'm not going to react well. I'm just going to be honest with you.
I was tempted to carry on the way to work today, but they don't like us having. They don't want us to have to on us, at work. And then I thought better of it. It's Florida. If they block the roads, they'll be cleared out in no time. So it doesn't matter. It's the last time they tried to do that in Miami, they were cleared out in 13 minutes. And then it happened in Orlando, and they were cleared out in 11. Good job, Orlando. You beat Miami. Because you can't stop. You can't step on other people's rights to get your point across.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, and what Lon says, it's like this incident up in Tulsa. Nobody had a problem with the march. I mean, the Tulsa massacre, race riot, whatever. That was like 105 years now. It was a defining moment in race relations for Oklahoma or for Tulsa. Because after the dirt settled, the Greenwood district was called Black Wall Street. Some of the most successful people in the country that were black, they started their businesses there, and they had their businesses, and that all got burned to the ground. They paid restitution to the families, or to those, some restitution to the families over the years, but the survivors have gotten, and there's only one left now, I think, and she was an infant when it happened, but nobody here had a problem with the march. Nobody, it didn't matter your race. It was when the outside agitators came in and they broke away. And even the group themselves, the Greenwood District group, they condemned it, which they should. And if we had this sort of thing going around where they're condemning these outside agitators, maybe they could protest in a peaceful way. But they have the outside agitators coming in, and but it really changed.
Yeah, but I understand what you're saying, but what do you think about this? What's going on now? No kings?
Yeah.
How is he the king? He was an elected. He was elected.
Yeah.
He'll be in office for 4 years, God willing. It's got nothing to do with kings.
I have no idea why they come up with that.
It's the narrative.
This isn't
oligarchy thing too.
It's a ridiculous narrative.
Oligarchy.
Oligarchy.
Thank you, oligarchy. Thank you. I don't know why I couldn't say
Oligarchy
that.
on my pasta.
That was the one they were running 3 months ago. They were running that one, right?
Yeah.
And now they've changed it to the king one because that one wasn't really resonating anymore. So
No
now
traction.
they're starting to call him a king. And then when that stops resonating, then it'll be something else. You know what I mean? They just keep switching the terms.
But they're only speaking to themselves because it's not resonating with the rest of the country.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We're still trying, though.
This isn't the first time the president is called in the National Guard. It's not the first time. He didn't invent this. Kennedy did it. Well, Nixon, Roosevelt. I mean, they've all done it.
All of them.
They haven't.
Eisenhower did it, and
it's been a long time.
In Arkansas.
Yep.
To the Arkansas 5 could go to school.
Yep.
No, look, it's free speech. Protest all you want. Free speech is not a guarantee that someone has to listen. You can say whatever you want, but you can't force people to listen. Period.
Right.
That's the problem. Nobody's listening. So they get more and more crazy.
Yeah.
Because nobody's paying attention to them. Nobody cares.
They want a Kent State incident. They want something terrible to happen. I'm telling you, that's what they want.
Mhm.
So they could say, look at this oligarch did to our dad. He's not an oligarch. He
Oh.
didn't get there with money. The
No.
opposing party spent more than twice as much money as he did. You know,
Yep.
I'm sorry, but you know, it's
Spend $1
crap.
billion in 3 months' time. That's really,
20
Yep.
you
billion
know,
total. I mean, it's
Yep.
crazy.
20 billion. Yeah, 20
Oh,
billion total. Yeah.
oh, and they're all upset about the military parade in D.C., which they claim taxpayers are paying for that. And from what I understand, what Bill said, it's all through donations.
It's not. It's not tax paid. No,
Yeah.
and the largest donation came from the president himself. It's not.
Oh,
That's
by the way, Lon, happy 250th birthday to the Army.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
thank you for your,
Yeah.
yeah. Thank you
Yeah.
for your service.
All those jackasses cracking on the Army over on Paul Murray's. Because there are a bunch of Marines over there. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
whatever.
Bunch
Whatever.
bunch
But
of
no,
jarheads.
yeah, a bunch of jarheads.
Yeah. Yeah.
All bunch of Navy guy boners.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Yeah, but here's the funny thing: if you guys were all together, you would work together. You know what I mean? You could. That's all just bullshit and
Yeah.
oh yeah,
firefights and
Yeah,
silly.
we've always had inter-service
Marines would
rivalries. That's
jump
just
in to save Army, and Army would jump in to save Marines. 100%.
oh absolutely.
Yeah, and you know that. You know.
Yeah.
unfortunately it's
that's
usually
all.
the Marines the other way around. But what can we say?
Well, you could say that.
At any
Mhm.
rate, at any rate.
Hey, I'm Air Force. I mean, I'm
No, hey,
I'm out of this.
nobody gets burnt more than the Air Force when people are talking. You know.
Oh no
But
kidding. No.
I'll tell you what, though, they love the Air Force when the jets are coming in and just
Yeah.
plastering the shit.
But that warthog come flying through there, you
Yeah.
recognize that sound, and then
All of
you
a
hear
sudden,
that.
you appreciate them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the geeks are coming.
Yeah.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm.
Hey, you
Yep.
guys,
Yep.
You go.
we're running out of time.
Yeah, because all my friends are either retired Marines or retired Navy, and I have to listen to that crap all the time. But they'll also be the first to tell you that we really like the Air Force when they start
Yeah.
bringing
Absolutely.
in those ground support. Yeah.
Yep.
Or,
Yeah. Especially in Tehran. How about that
Mm.
IDF? Yeah. Bomb, Iran.
Yeah,
Bomb,
they're
bomb,
doing a
bomb.
hell of a job. I mean,
Yep.
and it's been horrifying what's going on over there. And I think we should
yeah.
all say a prayer for
Mm.
both sides. Not just
For
not,
Iran?
not just no not Iran government, Iran people, because
Yeah.
Hmm.
there's all kinds of information out there. They don't want that government anymore. You know, I was listening to one Iranian being interviewed, and she said that the word from her family is, "Mr. Trump, we're ready for your bombs. Please get rid of these," because they want to be part of the world community. They
Right.
don't. They, you
Hello,
know they
Brenda.
you know. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's who knows. I'm not there. I don't know into the
Well,
minds of all those people, but you can't imagine that they're supporting because look, they're using up all they have. All they have,
Mhm.
they do have the most advanced ballistic missiles. Uh, they have what over 1,000
Mhm.
ballistic
yeah.
missiles there. In the Middle
They've got
East,
1,000. They've got 3,000 altogether, but they only have 1,000 capable of reaching Israel.
which is pretty
Mhm.
weak. That's not a ballistic missile,
Yeah.
if you ask me. But
Mm.
that's a lot. And if they use
It's
it
still a
all up, then
ballistic
what do they
missile.
got? What do they got? Their Air Force can't do is shit. Their Navy is tiny.
Mhm.
Wow.
What do they got?
Yeah, they're
They
still
keep
finding
using it
out.
up.
30 million people, right? What do they got in
Doesn't
Iran?
Yep.
With
it
a
doesn't matter.
large percentage of them crazy?
It's more than that. And no, I don't think the public would support the look.
There's a large percentage. There's a large percentage.
Well, there'd be a lot of bodies then, because they would.
Yeah.
What are they going to do? Walk across the desert and attack Israel? What's going to happen in the meantime?
Oh no, I'm saying they'll defend themselves to the last man, though. Some of them.
Yeah, if they were Japan in World War II, if they actually supported the Ayatollah, if they actually wanted to support this government, I don't think it's there. They've been quelling
Okay.
protests for a long time in that country.
Okay. Yeah, sure. But there is a large enough percentage that are loyal and radical enough that they'll fight to the last man. It's the same. It was the same thing in Afghanistan. It was the same thing in Iraq. It was the same thing. Yeah, there was plenty of guys that immediately, gave up, and surrendered. As soon as we barely come over a dune, and a bunch of jackasses would surrender. Okay, I get that, and a lot of people say that, because they had the will to fight. But there were ones that had the will to fight, though, and that's why it took as long as it did to clean it up. That's all I'm saying. I get that 3%
No,
of
and
the
I
population
understand.
is in control.
I totally understand what you're saying. Totally, but what are they going to do? Are they going to fight with sticks and guns against tanks and jets and
Yes.
and then they'll all die.
Afghanistan chased Russia out of their country.
Afghanistan
We're
chased
barely
Russia. They
better
didn't
than
chase us
sticks
out of their
and
country.
guns.
They didn't chase us out of their country. That's because
They
Russia
hold us at bay for what, a year and a half, 2 years? No, how long did we? Oh, wait a minute, what am I talking about? We were in Afghanistan for like 20 years.
Yeah, I know, and they got their asses kicked. Seriously, I mean, they were actually, dude.
No,
not that any loss is acceptable, because it's not, because they're human lives we're talking about, and families and children, cousins. I don't want to see anybody die. I don't want to see them die either. But
thanks, Joe.
We wiped our asses, and yes, we were there, but there was negligible, especially at the end, when we decided to pull out, and then they took back over.
We left with our tail between our legs. I just
no, we should.
I'm not
we
sure
should.
With this huge victory in Afghanistan, I'm not sure where that happened at. We were fighting till the day we left. They were still fighting, basically, in Iran. People were still dying in Afghanistan when we left.
Afghanistan. Nah, there hadn't been a single U.S. death for 18 months in Iran.
Okay,
and
18 months out of 20 years. Fair enough. Okay. And then it was 13
even,
the day
even
we left.
Before that, it was just hit and run attacks. It wasn't the country of Iran was still fighting us. We had basically control over that country.
We both are doing it now.
No, I understand. I don't want to get into that.
Afghanistan.
However, we should have never left. We should have stayed there long enough until that country was actually able to sustain itself, and we left too early. We really did, because we weren't being attacked. They were behaving themselves. It was to a point. But they were just biding their time, because they knew eventually we would leave. And then as soon as we left, the government just fell apart.
Okay.
Would have been the same thing would happen in Germany. Same thing would have happened in Japan after World War II. We're still there. We still have bases in both those countries. Mm-hmm. It takes a generation or two for people to realize, hey, things are better now. The Western culture is not evil because it allows freedoms. It's our choices to decide whether we want to be Muslim, whether we want to be Christian, whether we want to be whatever we want to be.
Buddhist,
yeah. And it took generations of people to forget what happened before, and for people to think. I'm just saying, it just takes generations. There was 7,000 and 9,000. I don't know which country is which, in Japan and Germany after World War II, deaths from terrorist attacks after the war ended, after the capitulation of the government. It's not happening anymore. Japan's our asshole buddy, so is Germany.
Okay.
It just takes time.
Okay, 20 years. That's all I'm saying. They're talking that shit when we went into Vietnam. We're going to be in and out of there in a month. They're talking that shit when we went into Korea. They're talking that shit we went into Afghanistan. They're talking that shit we went in Iraq.
I don't know. Did somebody say we were going to be in and out of Vietnam in a month? Is that what they said? Honestly? I mean, if they did...
Everybody sitting stateside on their couches were. If we go in there, it'll be over in a day. I guarantee you they were. I guarantee you they were.
No, the problem, because it was a political war, and they didn't fight it like an actual war. They weren't bombing the ports. They didn't want to piss off China. They weren't stopping the supplies from coming to the country. Pol Pot actually said, and Pol Pot, the leader of the communist regime, actually said we lost the war. All we had to do was wait it out because we knew the Americans would leave. And as soon as we left,
I'd
they
be
killed
Ho Chi
2 million
Minh.
Laotians. I mean, you're laughing, but they massacred 2
No,
million
no, no. I'm
because we
laughing at
weren't
the comments, man. Yeah. I'm just saying, everybody thinks we're going to roll into Iran. It's going to be over like that. They don't have a will to fight and blah, blah, blah. Okay.
No, well, they're not, and even Israel's not even targeting their people. That's another thing too with what's going on over there. They're not targeting civilian centers. Iran is targeting civilian centers. Israel is targeting
Military and nuclear
military.
center.
Well, some military, mostly nuclear, and intercontinental ballistic missiles to protect themselves. They're trying not to kill innocent people, and it's clear, it's obvious.
Right.
And yet Iran is just today hit Haifa. They're just hitting civilian centers and trying to kill as many people as possible because that is their stated goal. If I was Israel, wouldn't you do the same thing? You knew they were a month or two away from actually having nuclear weapons. Israel's got nuclear weapons now. If they wanted to, they could turn around. I mean, you're saying they could turn around a glass. They don't want to
They'd be a
massacre
pariah.
80 million people.
They'd be a pariah. They'd be done.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
There's
yeah.
no one that would condemn
And
that.
from what I heard, they were within a week to 10 days.
But that's
of
a
having
difference.
nuclear weapon.
Iran doesn't care if it's a pariah because it's a pariah now.
You're right.
Yeah, it's already a pariah.
You're right.
And it's yeah. Israel's doing what all the others wish they could do, but because
That's
of
what they
their
say. That's what
yeah.
they say. These Arab states,
Yeah.
they're tired of it.
Mm.
They want to be part
Yeah.
of the world community and
Yeah.
make money and live lives.
they do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I agree with all of that. The only thing I don't agree with is that it's gonna stroll in and it ain't gonna be no thing. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's surprising.
It's all it's all got to do with how bloodthirsty the country is that's attacking you. Whether if they actually don't care how many people they kill, there wouldn't be anything left of Iran. There wouldn't. They just wouldn't.
The other thing is they've got a lot of Iranians that are helping them. The Iranian
Underground, so to speak.
Yeah.
underground, yeah, underground wasn't the word I was looking for, but
Spies.
like we had
informants.
in France,
Yeah,
during
we had that in
World War II.
Afghanistan
Oh,
too,
it's just-
and unfortunately we screwed all
Yeah.
those people over by just leaving them there to be fucking massacred.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, but they have a lot of that, and that's why they were able to do such a pinpoint accurate thing. And from what I saw, I saw the clip once, and I haven't seen it since. The Iranian people were actually marching and cheering when they found out those 30 senior officials got killed.
30?
So
I didn't hear it was that many. Is it that many?
There was a bunch. In fact, they had to cancel
Yeah,
the
30.
peace talks because the people that were supposed to be at the peace talks got killed.
we're all dead. Yeah.
Because they had to cancel the peace talks they were supposed to have.
They were warned.
Yeah.
They were given. They said 60 days. You got 60 days. Day 61. It all happened.
Yeah, it
Because
all
how
started
long are you
on
going to
day
wait? You're going to
61.
keep giving them time to create nuclear.
Yeah,
nuclear weapons? A lot of countries
Yeah,
have
just
nuclear
ask
weapons and they don't
about
use them
the-
because they know
the line
that
in the
would be the
sand.
end of them, and it would be it just doesn't make any sense to try to destroy to use the nuclear weapon. But this country, can you trust them to have them and not use them?
No.
No,
Iran? No.
no.
No, because they're fanatics.
Yeah.
They would absolutely use them.
Yep.
Well, I think what we're going to see pretty soon is, I have an idea that eventually the Ayatollah will be no more,
No, we'll see.
and I think
He's old anyway.
we'll see.
That's funny. The only country that actually have used nuclear weapons were us twice.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
Valid
And
point.
it probably
Yeah,
probably
not too many
saved
people
at
screw
least
with
2
it
million
either.
lives. They say.
Yeah.
Ending that war when it did probably saved
Yeah.
2 million lives.
Yeah.
you can justify it any way you want. I'm
Japan
just
believed
saying.
that their leader was the
Well, hey.
was descendant of the Son of God, and they were gonna fight to the last man, and they didn't care who died. And if you want any evidence of that, look at Okinawa and what happened there.
Oh no, I agree. They'd fight to the end. Sure.
You know,
Yeah,
well,
yeah. And there were still some that, several years after that they were finding in the jungles that were still fighting. They didn't.
Isn't it a story that won't die? But it's true.
Yeah.
But it's just funny. It's a story that won't die.
It's a true story. Yeah,
but
they
just won't
used it on
die.
Gilligan's Island too.
they
But
honestly believed that their God was. It didn't matter. They couldn't lose. They just could not lose. So
Was that the Japanese?
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
How does that
Yeah.
sound familiar? I'm telling you,
No,
man.
no,
If we
no.
anybody marches into Iran is going to see the same kind of opposition. You watch.
yeah,
You
but
watch.
I remember when Iran wasn't like that.
Me too. I remember when Iran was a vacation destination.
Yes.
I remember when I was a kid. Iran was a vacation destination.
Mm-hmm.
It just needs to
Yeah.
stop. All of it.
Yeah.
Nobody wants anybody to die. Just stop.
Mm-hmm.
Had we backed the elected Iranian government after the Shah stepped down, this wouldn't be an issue. But Jimmy Carter thought that the Ayatollah was a religious man like himself, so
Well done, Donald.
let's back the Ayatollah.
Oh.
Religious fanatic, maybe.
Don is in Florida.
Oh,
Welcome
wow.
to Florida, then.
Yeah.
Welcome to the land of the free.
You're in Florida?
Yeah. You're a little late on the drone meetup.
Yeah, you're on a
Yeah, I think you're
couple
gonna.
of months off.
Maybe he's getting there
Oh,
early for
yeah.
for
Okay.
next year.
Yeah, it's getting there early for next year.
Yeah, he's camping out for 6 months,
Yeah.
Yeah.
8 months,
Yeah.
almost 9 months actually. What is it, June?
Well, they
Yeah.
stay at Bill's house.
You're right. Just ask Arkansas.
Mhm.
What if he just crossed into Florida? He's still a long way from here.
Mhm.
That's hard, Mr. Kitty, but they'll go and take a look at
Yeah.
Europe's history and talk to me about cousin marriage.
Yeah, really.
You know, talk to me about cousin marriage after that. You know,
See, here's the thing. They got all this inbreeding in Iran, supposedly, or Islamic nations. Yet when we had that in the Europeans, the royalty became hemophiliacs. Why and that killed a lot of them off. Why hasn't that happened in the Islamic countries? You'd think all that inbreeding would cause hemophilia with them, but it hasn't.
Wait, so who says the Islamics are?
yeah, I'm not sure who says that.
I haven't
but
heard that.
I've
Yeah.
heard it, but I don't know if I believe
besi-
it. To be
I mean,
honest.
Well, there's like
besides our our senators.
Yeah. And that's
Marrying a
because
brother.
one of them married a brother. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They're not
Oh,
from.
cool.
Oh, they're Islamic though, aren't they? But they're not from. Where are they from again? Somalia or somewhere,
yeah.
right?
So
Yeah.
one of those.
Yeah, they're from
Yeah, they're-
Somalia. They're not from a Middle Eastern country. So,
No.
Pensacola. Drive up and hang out.
oh, they're from
Let me
Pensacola.
see. How far is Pensacola from me? Let me see.
Yeah, probably 1,000 miles.
I was guessing at least 800, or so I'm down there with you.
No.
I'm guessing at least 800. That's quite a
Pensacola.
distance.
All right,
Florida is
that's-
deceptively large from top to bottom.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, man.
Very, very long. Very long.
I
It's
drove.
only 593 miles.
That's it? Oh, that's
Yeah,
not
it's,
so
only
bad.
it's only an 8 hour and 20 drive. That's nothing.
Oh,
It's just
not as
around
much
the
as I
corner.
thought.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good, but it's not as
Yeah.
bad as I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, just around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, yeah.
Yeah, it's not like a 21-hour drive from here to Florida.
Yeah, man.
No, it's a ways. It's a long state.
It's a ways. It's a ways.
Mm-hmm.
It's a drive. No, man. I just wish everybody could just, I don't know. Can't we all just get along? But
Yeah,
I don't
we get along?
understand. The problem I have with a lot of this kind of stuff is the imposition of your beliefs on other people. And that's where they lose me in Iran and any place like that, where they're radical and they just can't let you believe what you believe, and we'll believe what we want to believe, and everybody just play nice. And we've been guilty of that in the past too, try to, force other people
yeah.
to live the way we live or whatever. And I think it's just just kick back and let everybody live however they want to live, and mind their own
I
goddamn
will be
business. That's
back
where
in
I'd
just a
look at
moment,
it.
gentlemen.
You know,
You can have a Muslim country and be that way. I mean, look at Turkey. You know, I
yeah,
mean, Turkey has Christians, has Jews, has
yeah,
people all different. I mean, it can happen. So
uh-huh.
it can happen. Look at
They meet them
Israel.
halfway. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Israel doesn't matter what your there's they're a true Western nation. Anybody of any religious or whatever background can live there, and they can't have that. You
it's
know,
unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Is what it boils down to. And then your neighbors. You know, you can live any way you want to in your country. Go ahead. It's just annoying that that's not good enough. Everybody else has to do it too. That's the part that's like yikes to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
nobody says you have to
What
like
else?
these people. Just respect
No.
their rights. That's
Mm-hmm.
all.
Leave
Yep.
alone. Just leave alone. Yeah, let
You
them
know,
live. You live.
it's not racist to notice that there's a difference in cultures and not subscribe to that particular culture. Just respect them as human beings, and they have their right to live their life whatever way they want to. You know. Wow, I need a drink after that. I'll be right back.
I believe you, Mr. Kitty. I never heard that. I heard about the goat fucking. I never really heard a lot about the inbreeding.
Yeah.
That was the going thing when I was stationed over there. That was the that was a going thing. You know, but
where the men
I
are
never
men
knew about
and
the
the
cousin
goats
thing.
are nervous.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I kept hearing about. You know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But
Yeah.
it is whatever, man. If that's
Where are you going? I'm going to Islamabad.
okay. No, because here's the thing. You know, anyone that believes in the Bible believes there's a crap ton of inbreeding going on in the Old Testament. So a crap ton. A crap ton. How did Noah and 8 other people or whatever get off that ark and repopulate the earth without some cousin fucking going on?
And
Some
they
sister
were all
banging.
different. They were all different races too, weren't they?
Apparently not.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I heard there were couple that were Asian, couple were black. You know, that's
Who told you that goofy story? They were all his kids
yeah.
and their wives. There was his sons and their wives.
Yeah.
How
Well,
could they be Asian? I wrote
you could say you are Asian now. You're going to have an Asian kid. There you go.
There you go. No, I wrote a paper on this when I was in school. We chased everyone away. That's pretty funny. I wrote a paper on this in school. How the original race was an amalgamation of all the races. Like I was at the half breed. It was called the mutt premium, where the perfect race is an amalgamation of all the races put together.
Mm-hmm.
And when we split, then all the different separate characteristics come out to match the environment.
Mm-hmm.
But the perfect race is an amalgamation of all the races put together, like the ultimate mutt.
Okay, there you go. And
That was my theory. I got an A on that. I laid it all out.
good for you.
Yeah, the Tower of Babel and all that. All the people on Earth were the amalgam. God is an amalgamation of all the races put together. Adam and Eve were the amalgamation of all the ultimate mutts, and then we had all mutts on the Earth. And then when everybody split and went their separate ways after the Tower of Babel, then the different characteristics came out.
Hey, Leroy, let's go over here to Africa. I hear the watermelon's pretty good. Yeah.
They don't have watermelon in Africa, do they? Hey, anybody know if they got watermelon in Africa? I'd imagine they do now.
Yeah.
It's reverse evolution, Don. It's reverse evolution, Don. I got an A on this paper, Don. I was 11 years old, Mr. Man, and I got an A. So meh. Meh. Meh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And all those dumb Frenchmen, they're saying, wow, try these snails. They're pretty damn good.
I like snails.
Yeah. I do
Yeah, you can
too.
have them. You can
Yep.
have them. They're
And
all
then
yours. buddy.
You know what they taste like? They taste like whatever sauce you cooked them in. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? You cook
that's
it,
right.
garlic butter sauce. That's
Right.
what they wine. That's what they
Yep.
taste like.
Mhm.
You know, and one last thought on that
Holy crap.
war, that war that's going on between Iran and because it is a war, no matter what anybody wants.
Yep.
It's not a conflict. It's not a something. It's a war.
Yep.
What did Israel do to precipitate this war with Iran? Nothing.
Stop their program.
No, nothing. No, that
Yeah.
program was intended to threaten Israel.
Mhm.
So the whole thing is they don't want
Oh,
Israel
thank you,
to
Bob.
exist. Israel could care less if Iran exists as long as they leave them alone.
Mhm.
That's the difference between the two. Everything they're doing is to destroy the nation of Israel. And what is Israel doing that's making them want to do? They're just because they're Jewish.
Mhm.
Because they're officially the enemy, and
Mhm.
that's what
They
they're
don't have the
doing.
right to exist.
They don't have the right to exist. So I'm sorry, but if you want to take a side, and you don't take, I don't even know how it's even a question.
Mhm.
How it's even a question. Israel
Yeah.
could
I'm kind
care
of with
less.
Jeremy. Didn't they fire first this time, though?
Oh yeah,
This, this is my little theory on this whole conflict. When I was stationed over there, I said this openly. Every time we calm shit down, then Israel starts some more shit. It's crazy.
well that's
And I'm
only
not saying
because
they weren't
that's only,
justified. I'm not saying they didn't have proof and they didn't
according
have
to everything
reason.
there's yeah, but the difference is according to everything they're saying, they already have enough enriched uranium to create 9 nuclear bombs.
Okay.
Can't let them have them.
Yeah, they said they were within a week to 10 days of being able to have those nuclear bombs.
I've
That's
heard a
why
month.
this was
I've heard a week. I've heard a month. You know they're
well,
running.
yeah. Either way, they
Okay.
can't let them have nuclear weapons. Nobody in the Middle East wants that. None of the other
Yeah.
Muslim countries want it
Yep.
because
Saudi Arabia doesn't
they're
want 'em.
too they're too unpredictable.
Yep.
They're not
Mhm.
controlled by anybody. Whereas the
Right.
others, the Emirates, a lot of the other countries are semi-westernized,
Mhm.
and
They want to get rich and live a good life. These other
exactly,
countries.
yeah.
Iran doesn't care if their people live, die. We're all doing this. I don't know
Mhm.
for whatever sick theological theory that they have going on. They're bastardizing their own religion and using it as an excuse to murder people.
Mhm.
Period.
Mhm.
Yes, Israel attacked this time. Yeah, and they were warned. They said it was going to happen. Stop enriching the uranium. We've had treaties with them before to stop enriching uranium. Said okay, and they were still doing it anyway. They were refusing to let inspectors even into the plants. Trump tore it up. Of course he tore it up because wasn't worth the paper it was printed
Thank you,
on.
Mike.
Mhm.
Whatever, they're just trying to survive.
Yep.
They're not expanding their territory. They're not gaining anything by this. Their people are dying. It's crap. And
Mhm.
if you think it's because Iran cares about the Palestinians, that's the biggest joke on the planet.
Yeah. Mhm. Yep.
They
They're
only use
just
the
you.
Palestinians as proxies for their own terror.
Right. Right. That's right. Proxies or
They're fodder.
useful
They're fodder.
idiots. Yeah.
Well, it sounds
Yeah,
like
useful
Ukraine and
idiots.
Russia.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Russia's kind of proved they can't win a war.
Hey, dog.
Well, anyway, how about them drones?
Yeah, how about
How
them?
about them drones? My drone finally shipped from Korea, so I'm geeked about that.
Yay!
I was going to ask you if you
Nice.
got it yet.
Mhm.
I haven't
Any
gotten it
updates?
yet, but
Any updates since it's shipped? If you look at it, does it say it's at a port or anything?
no, it hasn't made it here yet, I don't think. Or it
Oh,
has and it hasn't checked in yet, but it left Korea.
speaking of getting into another country illegally, did you see what the Egyptians are doing to those idiots that are trying to get into Gaza? Yeah,
No.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
well, Cool Cat just posted that, and I've been following that just before the show. Yeah, they beat the shit out of those people trying to sneak into Gaza from Egypt. Yeah,
Why are they stopping people from going to Gaza from Egypt?
because they're in Egypt, and Egypt
No.
wants to secure their borders. These
No,
people
then why are they stopping people from leaving Egypt? Is that what you're saying?
they're trying to get into Gaza, but to get there, they went through Egypt, and Egypt doesn't
Yeah, no,
want these.
Egypt closed that border. Nobody in or out. Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So at least, yeah. So
All these
No, I'm just curious.
All these Muslim nations over there, they could easily take Palestinian refugees. Nobody wants them.
yep.
Nobody wants them because
Yeah.
they have a history.
Right.
They have a history of what they've been doing.
Yep. Causing trouble and yep.
You know, if they succeeded and Israel was wiped off the map and became Palestine again, do you think that's where they'd stop?
No.
Of course not. Of course not.
Mhm.
Israel's not even the biggest killer of Palestinians, by the way. Not even close.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
So anyway, my drone's on his way from Korea. He asked
Okay.
until somebody brought it back to the politics there. I don't know who that was.
I think it was art.
But yeah, we'll see. My case. Did I tell you about my case? My case was retarded. I ordered a case, and it was out for delivery for 3 days straight.
Did it finally,
Just
did
I
it
kept
finally
getting
get,
notifications. No, but and then
No.
it says sent back to the seller. I'm like, that's the weirdest thing. They never tried to deliver it or anything. They just kept saying it was out for delivery, and never missed delivery.
what's the most,
none of that.
What's the most recent message?
It
went back to
return
the
to
seller?
seller. Yeah,
What?
Return
Yeah.
to sender.
seller. It's weird. I have no idea. So I ordered another one from a different company. And I said, oh well, I ordered a different one. I'm gonna look now since you asked. I haven't looked at it in a minute.
Here's a good
I kinda
question.
glanced at it
Anybody
this
going to
morning
Rhode
and just-
Island? Anybody going to Rhode Island for the meetup? None of us, I don't believe.
No.
No.
I'm not.
Bit too far.
Too far for you, Dominic. Really? Is
Yeah,
it too
just a
far?
little
Really?
bit
You're
too
not gonna
far.
go to Rhode Island?
Yeah. Wow, it's 4 degrees in Perth.
Yep.
Earth.
Yep.
Oh, it's a heat wave here. We got 12 degrees Celsius.
Celsius. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a heat
All right,
wave.
Bill, you ready? Okay, can you see it okay? It says
Making big. There you go.
package arrived in Bloomingdale, US. Okay. Package is out for delivery. Okay. Package is out for delivery. 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 Package is out for delivery.
Package
Package is out for delivery. Package is out for
Package is
delivery.
out for delivery.
Friday. Package is out for delivery. Package is out for delivery. Package is out for delivery. Package is out. Package is returning the seller.
Oh, Wyoming. It's going to Wyoming. Oh boy.
Yeah, no, it was
Isn't that
switching back and
crazy?
forth between Wyoming and
Wyoming and-
In Grand Rapids and Byron Center. Yeah, it's pretty weird.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's enough of this.
Thank you.
Yeah. Really.
So, well, I just ordered another one. I'm like, whatever. It's pretty weird.
Did you get your money back from the first one?
Oh, not yet. They said if I don't get it by the 15th, which is tomorrow, which would be weird,
Today.
then they're gonna automatically give me a refund anyway. So
You know, we got 23 people watching this, so you know what we didn't do?
you say hi to the chat.
We didn't say hello.
Well,
No,
Art,
we
hit it.
didn't.
alrighty. Let's say hello to Brian, Waypoint, New England. Michael,
Brian.
Cool Cat. Oh, we
Michael.
got Jeremy, some drone guy.
Jeremy.
And we got, who else did I see? Oh, I saw Jim here and Sunstar. Hey, Brenda, good to see you. Bob White. Bob
Hey, Bob.
White, my favorite bird. Bob White. And then we got
Bob
Gray, just recovery drones. He's still recovering. And we got Don, who's now in Pensacola. Joe Fotoleo, welcome. Good to see you. And somebody said that Beauchart was here.
Yep, he was here at the start.
Okay. And we got Dominic,
Two
we
Jims
got
in the chat.
Jim. And who else?
Fly Guy Merrill.
Fly
Guy
Guy
Merrill.
Merrill. And Alexis. And Mad Props, Randy. Good to see you. Mad Props, Londonard. FTF. Oh, that would be Nick.
Yes, that's correct.
Welcome. Good to see you. And that is we got Jody drone shot or Frank.
Frank Rizzo,
depending on what day it is. Yeah. And I think that's about it. Yep. That's it.
You know,
Good to have you all here.
I'm noticing. Where's the number 1, number 2, number 3 crown thing?
Those that interact the most with the chat are listed as 1, 2, and 3. It's just sort of something YouTube started doing.
I know. I
know
you have
to hit a threshold. You have to hit a threshold, I believe.
Of what?
A certain number of replies or comments. I don't think it's just
nobody.
If I made 1 comment, you made 2, and somebody made 3, you don't get crowns for that. I think there's a threshold.
I understand, but I see no crowns.
There is no crown.
They haven't hit the threshold yet.
Oh, okay.
That's my guess. I'm guessing. Like maybe 20 comments or something like that. You know what I mean? I think there's a threshold.
Jeremy's made at least 20 comments. I've seen that crown show up with the first comment.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
Maybe
last night I saw it. Yep.
Do you have to turn it on?
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, you see, Cool Cats, I get those crown things all the time without any comments. Or without many comments. I just wonder if they because it's not working right. Because I was the first time I saw it, I was like 4th, and then I donated money just to pop me up because they even say, donate, or whatever, and move your stuff. And instead, I dropped down to like 9th. So I don't think it's working right. Maybe they're working on it.
It's an experience point program, but I don't know how you earn experience points.
Yeah.
Beauchart here.
What's up, Jimbo?
Hey, maybe that's.
Yeah, that was what
Canada. In Canada, Australia, some of those places, I can see them protesting no kings. Because they are part of the Commonwealth, so.
That's how we started.
Could be like us. We don't have kings, so we don't. Well, I don't know why we're protesting.
Because they're identifying President Trump. He thinks he's a king, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, how dare he cut that waste? Yeah, those people deserve that money. Yeah.
You follow the rule of law, you become a fascist.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, JB. I almost was gonna hit you up on this whole Mavic 4 thing and just have it sent to your house. And then you just have you ship it to me and I just pay for it. But I floated it past Jordy, and your kid is kind of paranoid, my friend. He was all like, he was so paranoid, wasn't he, Dom? He was all like, why do you want to know where I live? I'm like, dude, I'm not asking you for an exact address. I was just asking what province you live in. I was just curious. Do you live in Ontario where I can just drive there and pick the thing up? You know, I was just trying to get the province. I wasn't trying to get your exact address, son. He was all like, oh. I'm like, jeez. Okay,
who did that?
Paranoid much?
Yeah, a little shark. It was kind of funny.
Oh, yeah. He was being weird. He was drunk.
Yeah, he was being super duper defensive. I'm like, bro, I just wanted to know what province you live in. Let's say you live in Windsor, for example. That would be awesome for me. I'd have it shipped to your house. I'd just go pick it up.
Yep.
You know, but I finally just gave up and I said, okay, whatever. I
Yeah.
just gave up.
Yeah.
He was
Why you
definitely
want
in
to
a.
Yeah, why do you want to know? What? We asked him how much he made. And I wasn't asking him for the exact dollar amount, for God's sakes.
Why
We were
you
just
want to
asking
know
for
that?
a general idea of how much money he
Right,
made.
and that's because he made a statement that was so
Over the top?
yeah,
Hey, TJ.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he was
Johnny Drone Flyer. Thank you, Johnny, for
Giant drone fly.
Was
We
he
got
said
Warren Akira show.
Akira show.
Hi, Warren.
And you got FB Giggles too, TJ. Yeah. I think
Yeah.
Hey TJ.
TJ.
Teach. No, what do you say that the average kid starting a new job makes $50K a year or something like that?
Yeah, something like
It was
that.
something like that, and we're like, yeah, in Canada.
that sounds like
I
somebody,
was like, real?
that sounds like
Yeah.
somebody that doesn't actually have a job when they say stuff.
Unless he's growing it in his
What
backyard.
show was that on?
What show was that? Was that?
I thought that was last week on Uncle Bill's, but maybe it
Yeah, I
wasn't.
It
think
might have
so.
been Uncle Bill's. Yeah, it was Uncle Bill's.
Yeah, I
wasn't
think it was Uncle Bill's last week. Yeah.
it?
You guys can call me Bill. It's okay. We're close like that.
Yeah. Or big, beautiful Bill. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
3BB.
I ain't that
Here
close
it is.
to him.
That's
Yeah.
right.
It's pretty funny. He was being so cagey, and we were like, "Okay, man, I wasn't trying to get in your business. We were just curious, you know." what are
Maybe
you
he's
talking
wanted by
about,
their
bro?
version of the IRS, and he doesn't want anybody to know where he lives or how much he makes.
Yeah, there you go. Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's
The
at the
Royal
Florida
Taxman
Panthers
was after
hockey
him.
game. Cool.
Yay.
cool. Any
It must be boring
protesters?
if you're
Growl.
checking in here.
Growl.
I heard there were some protesters at the Thunder game.
Uh,
And they were playing the Pacers. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Everybody's booing that lady while she's being escorted out of the arena. Boo, boo.
Boo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you go to a basketball game? You'd probably paid $100 or more to get in, and then to, be obnoxious. No more kings. Trump's a fascist. Leave those Mexicans alone.
Well, and if it was guaranteed, if they were playing here in Oklahoma at that point,
It was.
oh, was it? That's
Yeah,
why
it
she got
was a
escorted out so
Thunder
fast
game.
because
Yeah.
we don't put up.
Hey, Grant.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Grant, yeah.
Hey, Grant.
Yeah, well, somebody bought her the ticket so she could do that.
Yeah.
Probably.
That's all. That's just. What the hell is that?
Oh, sorry. My right, my carrots.
Oh
Fight a nickel. Oh, my carrot.
my God. That's what she said.
When you give me
Ah.
that's opal, that's not diamond. That's the one I'm
Oh, so these are the first
Yeah.
diamonds I got you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Here.
See, these are the kind of things about my wife.
Oh.
Is that opal? This is the one I
Uh,
got her today. See, she said I
Yeah.
already bought her diamond earrings, and it made me feel bad. But she just dug it out, and there's diamonds on it. So I don't know if you could tell,
Right,
there's diamonds around, little tiny little diamonds around.
Right.
Is that opal?
Yeah.
Okay. But no, these I got her diamond solitaires today. Okay.
Ah.
cool.
What is
Yeah,
that?
you did. No, you did sales. You went.
That was Zales. Yeah, that's the kind of guy I am.
Not Jarrett's.
Jared.
I got it across. I went to Jared's today.
Jared.
Oh, Jarrett's. Oh,
Thank you, honey. So now I feel better.
Oh, look, it's
We got Ken
Debo.
Dono in the chat.
Yeah,
Hey, Ken.
Dobo.
Hey, Kenny.
I'll send you a link, Ken. Where you at? The studio? You dipshit.
Mhm.
Hello,
Homie bought a
Ken.
Tesla today or yesterday.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah, he's
right.
pretty geeked about it. Yeah, he's pretty happy
Yeah.
with it.
Look, I'm going to keep interjecting this. My wife, I bought her some diamond solitaires today, and I felt bad because you bought me these before. I said, I thought I might have. I did not. So there you go.
Oh,
So
So
that's a
she made a
win for
point of
you.
letting me know that
Yay.
because she made me feel bad when she said that. So there we go.
And that's the
Mhm.
kind of person she is. She's just a
She could be.
sweetheart.
She's such a doll. Yeah, she
She
is.
is.
She's so much better than me.
Mhm.
She is. Yeah.
Yeah, she is. Fuck you, Lloyd.
There's a
Yeah,
bar.
Yeah.
There's
Not
a
now. I
bar.
got a headache.
It's like,
Mhm.
yeesh. Yeah.
You should have said Siggy Poe, which means okay. Oh,
is that what that means?
yep, Siggy Poe.
All
Well,
that means okay.
yeah, Siggy,
Zig,
Wow.
Okay,
Ziggy.
shorter.
What is it? Ziggy Pop? What?
Siggy,
Yeah.
Ziggy.
Siggy, Siggy.
Honey, Siggy Poe. I don't know. She won't teach me Tagalog.
She walks in the door.
Smack. That's what I'm waiting to see. Yeah.
What'd you call me?
Oh, look at that
That'd be
baby carrier.
I don't know.
hilarious.
He could be setting me up. I don't know.
I'd pass out. It'd be a wrap. I'd have to go.
Look at that
I'd
kitty.
have to go.
Yeah.
Look at that kitty.
She got
Little
both T and A. Or no, it's actually not A. Never mind. Or like T and P.
26 years she's been putting
T
up
and
with
V, maybe. How about T and V? Yeah.
Well, congratulations, Bill.
Congratulations, Bill. You didn't F up. Congratulations.
You're not a
Yeah.
loser after all. Great.
Oh, yeah.
This-
You're not as big of a fuck up as you thought you were. Huzzah.
Yeah.
No, I was wondering. I said, didn't I buy her these before? I said, screw it. I got 5 minutes to buy a present. So I walk in 5 minutes before closing. They were very sweet about it. I kept apologizing. They kept saying, no problem. Okay.
Mhm.
And one of them was Indian.
And that's your longest marriage, too.
Oh, yeah, by far. The 26 years. The last one was 13 years.
Oh, okay.
Low bar.
Wow.
Actually, the last one was 13 together. We lived together for 3 years. It was actually 10 years, technically. Man.
Wow. You were married for 10 years?
The previous wife. This one's 26 years.
Wow.
And the
Well,
one
I gotta
before
give you
that,
credit for that.
the one before that was a year. So
We got
10 is a
flying
lot these days.
Hey, John.
I think my first one was 6 years.
John.
The second one was like 18 months.
Oh, boy. Wow. That's barely enough for the warranty to expire. Yeah.
I think the warranty expired before I ever married her.
Warranty. That's a good idea, though.
Mm.
Well, marriage contracts was floated for a while, where you go in for a contract for, let's say, 4 years or whatever, and if everything goes okay, then you renew the contract, and if
They
it
had a
doesn't, then
thing
you just
here.
walk away. Then you just walk away.
Oklahoma had a thing here that you had to sign. You had to go in for marriage counseling before you got married.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
you know what I noticed about jewelry stores?
No,
What's that?
what the?
What did you
Well,
marry?
I wanted to buy a card. They should sell cards.
Oh,
Now I understand they're not going to make shit money on them. A couple dollars here, a couple dollars here. That's not the point. Say you are somebody who is always buying gifts at the last second.
Mhm.
If you do that, you're thinking, oh, that jewelry store actually has cards, and I don't have to stop at Walgreens on the way home or whatever, or Hallmark, and buy a card. I don't know why they don't do that. They don't just have a rack of cards that you could buy when you buy them this
Mhm.
ridiculously expensive present.
Mhm.
Just saying, why don't they do that? Doesn't that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Well, they used to have like little cards that you could fill
all
out.
all their prices, K's, Zales,
Mhm.
Jared, they're all really similar. They're all
Yeah.
same. As a matter of fact, when I bought this thing, she held it up and said, "Is that your correct email address?" I said, "How'd you get that?" Because I'd never shopped at Jared's before. I
Zared's.
said, Jared's. I've been drinking. Shut up. I'd never shopped at Jared's before, and they said,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay. Well, did you buy a whatever the hell my watch is?" And he said, yeah, but I didn't think I bought it at Jared's. No, you didn't. You bought it at Kay's. We share information. Oh,
Yeah, I was
Oh,
gonna say that. Yeah. I could have shortened this story. Several of those, they're linked together. They own like a bunch
yeah,
of
But
them.
they're
I don't
all
know.
Inter owned or whatever you call it. Yeah.
Is Jared's and Kay's the same company? Is that what you're
yeah.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Let me
But
see.
but Bill, you get a free mounting with every cleaning.
Giggity.
Mm-hmm.
Let me try to. Let me
And
see.
you
Jared
know
and Kay's.
why Mother's Day is more important than Father's Day?
Why?
A friend of mine once told me he asked his mom, and she said, "Dave, anybody could be your father, but I'm your mother."
Valid point.
That's terrible. Yes, Kay Jewelers and Jared, the Galleria of Jewelry, are both
Happy
owned by the
anniversary, Mom.
same parent company, Signet Jewelers.
Yeah.
Signet Jewelers also owns Zales, Blue Nile, JamesAllen.com, Roxbox, and other jewelry retailers. Okay,
Right.
I got sucked in.
Get your free mounting at Rod Spots. Ah.
Get your Roxbox.
Yeah, I have a card for K's
Do you?
credit card, and it has all those goofy companies listed on it.
Yeah,
Happy
good for her.
anniversary, Don.
okay.
I used to have it. I used to have a card with them, but I didn't use it for so many years that they just closed it. You know, that's one of 3 credit cards I lost because I didn't use them. Like they were
Yeah.
empty and I didn't use them. Yeah.
Mm.
I thought that was a good thing to empty out your credit cards.
No, they like you.
Not for them. Not for them. No, I finally bought something on one of my cards just the other day because they sent me a threatening letter that they were going to cancel my cards. I bought something for like $100 real quick. Just
Yeah,
so,
that's how I lost my American Express.
Yeah.
I lost one of my visas
Yeah.
that way. It's like, oh shit.
I lost my Walmart card
My
like
Home
that.
Depot.
I lost my Walmart. Oh, that's what it was. Home Depot. So I bought an area rug because I was thinking about an area rug anyway. So I bought an area rug from Home Depot.
So the idea is use them instead of your what do you call card? Your
Debit.
the one that comes right out of your checking
Debit.
debit card. Use them and just immediately pay it off. At least there's activity and it keeps the card open.
Right.
So and you get points. Actually, it's worth it. You know, you get a little money back.
Well, they
you
get
know.
paid from the retailer, as you know better than anyone sitting here, probably. And when you use a credit card, the retailer pays the credit card company 3 or 5% or where the hell it is these days. I don't know what it is anymore. And so they make money
It
like that.
depends.
So they need you to use your card for them to make money. You know, otherwise,
That scale depends on how big a customer.
yeah,
is.
yeah.
It could be a point and a half, could be 2, could be 2.5. It depends on, and then there's transaction fees. It's not just a percentage. You also pay a per transaction fee. So that's why some companies say, you know, don't use your credit card for less than $5,
Right.
for example. And you can't really blame them because you know if you want to be competitive cost wise, you got to do that. But
There's a
like we don't let people pay for their bowling league with credit cards because we have a set fee. That's what you pay, and we don't want to lose a percentage of it because you can't write a check
right.
because we don't charge anything. for
Hey
credit,
now,
you know.
Alexis is back.
Yep.
Hey Alexis.
Hey now, did you put some lipstick on for me?
There's a
You baby.
I have a favorite barbecue joint I like to go to, and we have the same. James and I go there quite a bit. We have this. They even know what we like to eat, so they bring it to us. And she gives you the bill. Well, I pay for James. He usually pays with his debit card. I, on the other hand, always pay cash. So when he goes up, he rings it through, and it's whatever's written on that is what he pays. Well, I go up and I go to pay him what's written on my on my bill, and then they ring it up, and it's always about $4 less because I pay cash. So I actually get a discount for paying cash.
Let me ask you guys a question. I want to show you something.
Okay.
Yeah. When Double came
There's
in,
probably assist.
let me
Oh.
share the screen. Here it is. Okay, here's the chat screen. Now you see how he's got the gray around him and the
It's
check mark?
over 100,000 subscribers.
Oh, is that
Yep.
what that is? Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't know that. I did not know that. We are honored.
he's a big shot.
He's a big shot.
Mhm,
Well, we knew that.
mhm.
Lon, how many do you have?
Okay.
Yeah.
17 or something like that.
You're muted.
Lon doesn't do that.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
Still muted.
He doesn't even know he's muted.
No,
Thanks. Yeah, I
Nope.
cleaned my account.
Hey,
I
Your
deleted
mouth.
my account and restarted it.
Oh, that's right. You did, didn't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, I do it every couple years. It seems like because I keep getting all these subscribers. You know.
By accident. Isn't that crazy? Yeah.
I don't even post anything.
I-
I get subscribers. It's crazy.
that's how cool you are. I
Apparently.
don't have to post anything, and apparently people just subscribe.
I should do
Yeah.
something with my channel though. I think about it all the time because I could do a lot of content. I fly it. Well, lately I haven't been flying because I don't have a drone. All I got is a Neo right now. But
Keep rubbing it in that you sold me that goddamn drone.
Y'all learn that swear.
Bill, I'm glad you bought a drone because I got a drone.
Yep, I
Right.
know.
That you got.
it was trickle down. See, trickle down economics do work. So anyway, so normally
We
I
all
fly.
have good drones. except Lon.
Yeah, I normally fly every day is the thing, and I haven't been because of that. But I could get content. You know, the people watch these factory videos where you fly around factories and warehouses
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
People like that stuff. I was really surprised to hear that. And I was like, really?
Hmm.
But it can be interesting, I guess. Some of these places, like the Heinz factory over here, is like 150 years old. Our railroad dealio is like 100 years old or whatever, 150 years old. Where's Lexus going?
I don't know.
Thanks.
There you go.
Thanks, Jeremy. But it can be interesting, I guess. Some of these places, like the Heinz factory over here,
Jeremy
is
has a
like 150 years
1,000-gallon
old.
tank, and it's his baby.
Our railroad dealio is like 100 years old or whatever, 150 years old. Where's Lexus going?
Can I hear something?
Yeah, I hear
Yeah, what's
something.
going on? Me too.
Sounded
I
She's
don't
loud.
getting
know.
feedback. She's getting feedback through her speakers.
That's
Uh-huh.
Alexis.
Oh, it's her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, whenever she's in the car, it does that.
You know, and it's your baby. If I call my wife a 1,000-gallon tank, I don't know if I, survive that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
she might get upset. Yeah.
Oh, we got
Or your wife's barely a 50-gallon tank.
whose limp sticks it?
I don't know.
JJ Grant, I think.
Oh,
Hey, John.
Limp sticks it. I kind of Limp Biscuit. I kind of like that. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
okay.
JJ.
Like,
Yeah.
check out his
Sam channel.
JJ Grant, yeah.
Oh,
That's JJ Grant.
Yeah.
I assume so. He says JJ, so that's the only one we all would
Yeah.
know.
Pretty sure it
Mhm.
is. Can't seem to. John? Trying to think.
I'm on his channel.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's what I'm
Trying
going
to
to
share
look
the
at.
beauty I see in this place we call Earth. Well, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's share his channel.
Jeremy, then.
Oh,
Jeremy or
yeah.
John? I can't remember.
Okay, hell.
That is
Oh, that's
Jeremy.
Jeremy?
Okay.
Another Jeremy.
Another
Jeremy.
The same Jeremy or the Jeremy we know?
No, a different Jeremy.
A different
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
There are two
More than
Jeremy.
one Jeremy.
We've got two.
But there's three.
Yep.
Well, here's
Whoa.
his channel.
Yep.
Air Photography got my case. The exact case I ordered, Air Photography got one. That's crazy.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he just did
Yep,
a review
JJ
on
Grant.
Yeah, JJ. Yeah, I thought it was.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember
Couldn't
him.
remember if it was Jeremy or
Yeah,
not.
I do
You know,
too.
it's been a minute or two. Well, there you go. We just
Right side.
we did that, and let's share the link
Yeah,
Subscribe. He's only this particular channel that he owns
Jeremy James.
has
Oh, I
87
knew there was a
subscribers.
James in there.
Jeremy James Grant. There you go.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was Jeremy James or James Jeremy.
Okay. I
Thanks,
subscribe.
JJ.
I subscribed.
Yeah, I've been subscribed for a while, actually.
Let's give him a bill bump.
A Bill Bump.
Ah,
Yeah.
the beta male bump.
Yep. Because he shops at Jared.
Baby
Oh,
Gap, probably.
Yeah.
Look at Cool Cat just talking in foreign languages.
Yeah.
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 That's the guy
No,
right
not
there,
that one.
buddy.
This one. Je suis Jeremy.
Hello, Jeremy.
Mhm.
Comment allez-vous, monsieur?
He sat next to you at the park in South Florida drone meetup. Did he?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
He's been the last two I've been to.
Yeah, no, I believe. No, I know. I know JJ Grant. I know the name. I know him.
Yeah.
But I don't remember him as Limp Sticks It.
No, I don't either. That might be a new channel name he started.
There it is.
So.
A lot
He's
of people-
got
Wow.
281 videos.
Long-haired, funny guy, great human. Yep, that's him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, when I
He's
stayed
got
at the
almost
hotel.
200,000 subs, by the way. Oh, sorry.
Who does?
Ken. He's
Oh.
almost got 200,000 subs. Holy shit.
Wow,
Wow.
what a big jump! How much did that cost? Just a joke.
Half of his earnings from his videos of all them $1 million mansions. You know,
Yeah.
spends
Hey.
half of it on buying subscribers.
Okay, Alexis, please explain to us why you're in your car.
Vibrating
I
seats.
wanted to be.
Oh. He's got vibrating seats.
Oh my God. For the love of God. I'm sorry, Alexis, I couldn't hear that. Why are you in your car?
Because I want to be.
Okay. I love my Tesla. I want to be inside my
yeah.
Tesla.
And she's got her dog with her too.
I
Yep.
brought Jenny with me because I don't want her to get bit because I still don't know who bit her.
Oh,
Oh,
It wasn't me.
what?
It wasn't
It's
me.
the guy with the fur around his lips.
yeah, I didn't do it.
No.
I didn't do it.
wait, are you driving? Are you going anywhere? Or are you just hanging out in the car?
Sitting in the garage, it looks like.
I'm in the garage. I opened up the garage
Yeah.
door. I could see
Yeah.
what's going by me on the street.
You don't want to get
Don't wanna be
carbon
in the house.
monoxide poisoning.
I was going to say, if you try to end it all, it's not going to work.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Ha 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 ha.
No, if I was going to end it all, it'd be a different measure than an electric car. That's for sure.
Well,
Yeah.
we could drive that Tesla to the downtown
Because
Los
just,
Angeles. That might end it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Oh no, they love him again. Are you kidding?
yeah, I know.
They're back. They're right back in love with him. What's crazy?
Phony bastards.
Remember last
It's so
year
funny.
I shared with y'all about the friend of mine who I was super close to that got into the
Louder, Alexis. I'm sorry.
the gal that got into the accident. Remember I shared that with you last year. She got into an accident. She had a head on with a tanker, and she died.
Oh,
No.
I did that last year with y'all, and we looked at the accident online, and it showed her car, and it was horrific. Anyway, she lived for about 3 days, and her anniversary of her death was just 3 days ago. This is a really crazy month. You
Yeah.
know, this and what's going on with Jeff, and and there's just times I don't want to be in the house. I just want to.
right.
Can
Just want to
understand.
see
That
outside.
I
or
can
I don't want to
understand.
sit outside. There's too many mosquitoes out there.
Yeah.
It's kind of windy. Maybe there won't be that many. But I don't want to go sitting with the chickens. They're already roosting for the night. I don't want to sit with the ducks because,
They're quackers.
Huh?
yeah.
Whoa. I didn't say Dobo pays for subs. I said he was blowing people.
Oh,
That's
you're
what
in
other
trouble.
people were saying that silly shit.
You're in trouble now.
That's not the bear.
No, I joked that he was
Yeah, man,
doing
that's
that,
a bear
but-
you don't want to
but
poke.
We were
But anyway,
no, we were kidding. We were kidding.
no, I said he was blowing
Yeah.
guys for subs.
No,
I didn't say nothing about paying them.
Oh, okay.
No.
That's trying to get a
Alexis, I
blowing
understand
guys for
not wanting to
subs.
be in the house.
Well, Ken earns all
does.
his subs, and according to Lon, he really works hard at it.
Yeah, his
Poking the
editing
bear.
is insane.
Poking
The
the
amount of
bear.
time he spends editing is insane.
Yeah. He's a
Yeah, he
hard
works
worker.
hard at it.
Has he not hired him an editor?
Yep.
Yet?
He has someone that does some of his stuff, but I think I don't know, because he's often on again with these editors because they don't do it. He's so damn picky. You know what I mean? And so
Well,
they
yeah.
do one little thing wrong and they're out.
He has a certain,
They're out.
he has a certain way he likes things, and that's it. That's
Yeah,
it.
I've heard that from other people that have editors. They said it's hard to get somebody to do it, and it takes a long time to get them used to your way of doing it,
Mm-hmm.
I have to say, I met his family for the first time in
Yeah,
this last
they
meetup.
were
and
very
they were
nice.
they were lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, his
Very
wife's a saint, yo.
Very nice.
Daphne,
No,
she's a patient. She's like Solomon, dude. She's got the levels of patience that, yikes. Her middle name should be Patience. Should be Davri Patience Dono. She's her.
Why would you say something like that? Why?
Because
why?
Ken is
Why?
difficult.
Why?
What do you mean?
I thought it seemed like he clearly loved his family.
Boy.
He was doting
Yeah,
on
he
them.
does.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
JJ is, I don't know who he's talking about. Who's that Mercy Bocamp that he's talking about, the cool cat?
Oh, merci beaucoup.
Merci.
Merci beaucoup, monsieur.
Oh, is that what it is? I thought it was Mercy Bocoup.
Ne
Bocamp.
sais pas.
And we got Philip Koshak in the
Hello.
chat.
Long
Hey,
time no
Phil.
see.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Shat of the Shat Show.
Mr. Shatz.
went to see an outdoor concert. They got rained
Aw.
out. Well, they're pussies. Why can't they play in
Yeah.
the rain? Come on,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Paid a lot of money.
No
for that
reschedule, I
concert.
think. Usually outdoor concerts will reschedule if they get rained out, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Then your tickets will be good.
If you can make it at that secondary
That's
date,
fair.
because people
That's
have
fair.
jobs.
Fair.
But
It is what it is. When you sign up for an outdoor concert, you understand there's a risk involved, right?
Yep.
That's right.
I mean, any outdoors event, if you
Obviously,
buy a
and
if it
NASCAR
was
ticket, you know there's a risk involved, right?
And if it was a free concert, well, they may not reschedule.
Yeah, that's true too.
I saw I saw one outside concert, and it was the Beach
Oh, wow.
Boys in
Oh.
1984.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe.
And 1984, and they already sucked. It was the original guys, and they just
Right.
most of them, and they just couldn't
Yeah,
do it.
Mhm.
We had a great time, and we were
hammered, probably.
digging on it like they sounded good, but they didn't
Yeah.
sound good. They were
All
just
mine
a little
is
too old. They
gone,
were
so-
just high,
Yeah, Lloyd saw Mozart in an outdoor concert
Yeah.
live.
He couldn't hear too well,
Oh.
I'll tell you that much.
What?
He played
Local
he
free
played that harpsichord
concert.
way
Oh,
too loud.
wow.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Saw how cheap you are there.
Yeah,
Phil.
cold
There you
shat.
go. Local free
Two
concert.
shitter.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, you roll the dice.
Captain Joe's here.
Captain
Hey,
Joe!
Joe.
Captain.
What's up?
But Lon, I did hear a concert earlier than that. That was also an outdoor concert. It was Joshua and his Trumpeters.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
Maybe we can all sing.
No,
to
he was
Phil to
standing
make
on
him
the
feel like
wall.
he's at
This is
an
probably when the Philistines. No, wait a minute. Not the Philistines. The
Yeah.
Hittites. Was it the Philistines? Or Hittites?
Yeah, it was the Philistines. I'm pretty sure.
maybe
It might have
was
been the Hittites. I'm gonna have to go back and look now. It's been so long.
I have to go look. I don't remember.
I
I
think
don't
it
either.
was just,
I was
think
even
it's-
surprised you got that reference.
I think
Why?
it was the
I'm
cellulite.
well read,
You
sir.
are correct. Yes.
Well, I know you're well read, but a
Mhm.
lot of people like who's Jocelyn, who's the trumpeteers, like that.
Mhm.
Very
Well,
good,
somebody's
Lionel.
got to blow someone.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, we're talking about Bible stories, and you take
Artie.
it
And he
there.
took that down a dark path, didn't he? Yeah.
Dang,
Yep.
And it goes,
okay.
it goes to,
That's
it
cool.
goes to oral
Enjoy
sex.
hell, buddy.
Artie.
I
Oh,
hope you enjoy sulfur and
if you're gonna tell those stories, Artie, when was the last time you had a you talk like you're
It's
an
been a
expert.
while.
talk about daily, man. Art's low key player. Y'all don't know, man. Yeah. You were telling the story last night about how he goes to all those
East Coast
meetups, all those midget meetups, and
Midget
all that.
meetups. And,
Yeah, that short
Yeah.
tang. They call it the
Yeah.
short tang. Yeah.
and
You hitting them sheets, you
Honduran girls. Oh boy, Honduran girls, they're fast. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Get,
Nan is at
Hi,
it.
Brad.
man, is
Go
that
to
it?
Brad.
Brad.
Hi, Brad. How you doing, brother?
Wait. Nah, it's
Hey, Bill.
yeah.
Bill, I'm in the back room on my phone, so I'm gonna close the iPad.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, my darling. Do what you need to.
Oh
do.
yeah, close up. Yeah, now we're talking. Oh, dang.
It was funny. I was at work, and one of my bosses says, I was watching YouTube, and your channel
No.
popped
Yeah.
up, and he goes, and then I watched it a little bit, and there's this one guy. He said he saw Artie, and you knew who Artie was because he met Artie when he was down there, and there was one with a puppet. And he wasn't even trying to talking, and the puppet's mouth was moving while he was talking. And then he started talking about Alexis, bringing out her puppies. And he's like, "What the hell am I watching?"
Speaking of Alexis,
He loves Alexis. We all love Alexis.
no, is she in the back room? She said she was going to get back on her phone.
Let me see. Yes, she
No,
is.
huh?
For a good job.
There
There
she
she,
There you go.
there she is. Her and her puppies.
Yeah, baby. Those aren't puppies. Those are full grown dogs, yo.
Mhm.
Them motherfuckers are full grown, yo. I ain't puppies.
What's she doing? What are you doing, honey?
What you
Turning
doing?
on the back lights.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
She's all backlit and everything. Like, she got better lighting than Art does.
put on the backlight, baby. Are you obviously still in your car?
Yeah, we're driving now.
Oh, we are.
We are driving.
Sweet.
Something's driving. I don't think it's we.
I look
No.
pretty dark, too.
The car drives by itself.
No, I've heard that rumor. Where are we going?
I don't know.
Is it up? Is it up to the car?
Is it what?
Is there a random setting you just go boop random?
Let's
Just
go
take you
for a
somewhere?
drive. Where to?
That'd be awesome.
Anywhere. Pick a spot. You're gonna wake up in Albuquerque.
Random.
I did tell you I fell asleep coming back from Houston a couple times during the same drive, right?
No.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you did me.
Yeah, it was a few weeks ago. I was on my way back. It was during the day. I had my sunglasses on, the real dark shade aviator glasses, they're Ray-Bans. And I was
Yeah,
in
at night with the
traffic.
lights out. Yeah, it's
I
not,
was
it's
in
not obvious.
traffic on the highway on 59 North, and I had it on full self-driving, and I was exhausted. And I was trying to make it to Wharton, Texas, to get to the supercharger, and I thought, well, I'll just sleep while it's supercharging. Anyway, I woke up twice, and both times it startled me, and I was like, oh, okay, the car's driving, we're cool. And I went back to sleep, and the car was doing like 75 miles an hour. It was passing semis and doing all kinds of crazy crap.
Well,
The car does a really good job, but it couldn't tell that I was sleeping because of my sunglasses. There's a camera up above the rear view mirror that watches you. You know?
Ah. Yep.
Hey, Ken, get some decent sunglasses. What kind are they? Polarized? Are they
No,
reflective?
they're not polarized because they're Ray-Bans.
Gotcha.
You know why Ray-Bans and true aviation glasses are not polarized?
No.
No way.
Because the dials, the old fashioned, they call them steam
Alters the
gauges.
color.
They're polarized. So if you put polarized against polarized, your
Polarized.
gauges just look like black glass. You can't see the
Yeah.
instrumentation.
Ah.
Mm.
That makes
Mm.
We just all learned something today. We are now better than we were before
Yeah.
we came.
I bet
Right.
you
So
are.
keep watching our show. You may learn something tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, Joshua. Yeah, I had to quit wearing my polarized sunglasses just because at the time I had an LCD screen in my car. So if I was wearing them, I couldn't see the screen.
Oh, that's
It would
interesting.
just, yeah. So
Not a problem
I
seeing
gave
a
up on
Tesla
them.
screen, but that's interesting.
Well, they're OLED now. I think your Tesla screen is probably OLED or whatever, probably.
Probably.
Pretty high end, whatever it is. I don't have that problem anymore. It
Yeah.
was back in the day.
Yep. So we're just going through the neighborhood and we're coming out the.
I mean, honestly, did you tell the car where you wanted to go?
No, I just told it to go.
Just go.
Just go.
So it's going where it wants to go. Is it going to snuggle up to like a Ford Lightning or something, or what's going to happen?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
It's actually
What's
wanting to
going on?
turn. It's actually wanting to turn right, and I want to turn left because it didn't know what. This is like the end of the road, and then you got to turn one way or the other. And for whatever reason, it started to turn right, and I was like, nope. So I took back over. I want to go left.
Dude,
Well, maybe it's a conservative.
maybe just
Wow.
flip the coin. I'm telling you,
It's-
random. That'd be awesome.
It's
Yeah.
definitely a conservative car.
No, that'd be awesome if we just flip the coin. You just tell it to just go, just drive around, go for a drive.
Little graphic on your screen with a coin
Yep.
flipping. Okay.
Yep. And just randomly goes. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
Maybe set some parameters, don't go more than 100 miles or whatever, 50 miles, whatever.
You all want to go see the USS Lexington?
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Cool.
Why
Sure.
not?
Why not?
Yeah.
How long is it going to take you to get there is the question.
Well, that's the car will tell us. I'm typing it in.
It will
It's-
take 11 minutes, 43 seconds. Beep.
14 minutes.
Oh,
No,
we're
no, 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 I
close.
got that wrong. It's 14 miles, 22 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're going through like, not residential, but the speed limit here is like, what are we doing? 45 miles an hour or so.
70.
And the speed limit's 40, so it's doing 45.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Ken was self-driving his car today and he called me and he goes, I don't know. I think they got my car set for Billy Kyle, because his car was passing people and stuff like that. I was like, it was like, I said, Ken, you got to get in the settings, buddy. You can set all that and tell the car how aggressive you want it to drive, or you can set it for drive under the speed limit or over the speed limit.
Look at that. You
Yeah.
can see the. Ooh.
Yeah.
Not only that, you
It
can
spots
turn
all
this
the-
around. Look, you can move it with your finger.
Oh.
The blue car is us,
Uh-huh.
and it'll now turn back around automatically. You see we're at a red light, so as soon as that turns green, the car will full self-drive, and you'll see a little blue part come out the front end of the car.
Cool.
There's the green light. You can see the green light on the screen too.
Yeah.
We've been having horrendous rains here in Oklahoma. We had a really bad one yesterday. And I had a doctor's appointment I had to go to in Tulsa. So I was going down the expressway, and I found out how good my brakes are on my van, because apparently a car over on the inside lane, on the left-hand lane, lost traction, and it was a pickup truck, and lost traction. It spun out, and as it came across, the car on the right-hand lane hit it, T-boned it. And at the same time, and this was all going at, between 70 and 80 miles an hour. This was happening, 65 to 80, let's say. And, and what had happened is that the first one, the truck had hydroplaned. And then when it got hit, it went into a ditch right off the highway. But at the same time, it lost fender, bumpers, parts, and it was all across. And so everybody come along, they had to lock it up. And I was within 20 feet of hitting the car in front of me before I finally stopped.
Ooh.
And
Oh.
and I had trucks on each side of me. How we had more, just how we kept from having more than just those two is beyond me, because it looked like it was going to be about a 10-car pileup for a second.
Right.
But what the hell?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think that's
Somebody's
me,
farting
is
in
it?
the microphone.
Something's interesting.
What'd you do? Get up and go fart in your microphone? No?
Yeah.
No, not me. I went and got me some chips.
Yeah, I'm gonna get something to eat too.
Ooh, Utz.
Dude, and I grabbed cookies too. I wish you guys lived around me. I went to do a job at this place called Arnie's Bakery, and they had a freezer go bad.
Oh,
So they were giving away a ridiculous amount. I came back to our shop with 20 cases of cookies. Easy.
ooh,
Each one
boy.
of the cases had probably 20 or so of these in it.
Oh, wow.
So,
Yeah.
I came back with a crap ton of cookies. The guy's like, just take them all, take whatever you want. So I came back with these are actually pretty good cookies too. I was surprised. I'm not a huge cookie person. These are
Yeah.
actually really good. I was really surprised. But yeah, just a crap ton of cookies. It was a ridiculous amount of cookies. So,
Is that Uncle Bill maybe trying to talk?
oh,
Ooh,
maybe.
Could be. Could
I'm
be.
coming in good, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I thought maybe it was
Well,
Alexis,
can
but
hear
I saw her.
Oh, okay.
all the screens just went blank. I don't know. Everybody just disappeared, including myself. Am I back?
No,
Nope.
I'm
Did I
good. Is
disappear?
everybody else good? Just you. The only
The
black
cell,
screen is you,
the
yo.
cell,
From where I'm sitting.
the cell service says it's full blown. I mean, it's topped out.
Right.
Got it plugged into power.
Ooh. Oh yeah. Look at these bad boys.
Ooh, boy. Looks so yummy.
So in order to get to the USS Lexington, we have to go over the Harbor Bridge, the old one. And
Oh.
they've got a new one they're building. Is there a way for me to flip the screen around? Is that possible?
Yeah.
Yes, in the settings, you should be able to pick which camera you use, right?
Yeah. If you're using a phone, go
Oh,
to your
here we go.
settings and
Back camera?
I guess.
Yeah, that's gotta
Yes.
be it. That's gotta be it. Hold on.
Sounds right.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Be better if you turned it sideways, but that's good.
Well, if I turn it sideways, for some reason I can't see the. I mean, I can't. Yes, I can.
Yes,
There
you
you
can.
go.
There we go.
What the fuck?
There's Bill.
There we
There
go.
he is. There we go.
I don't know why the car is turning left on South Padre Island Drive. Why doesn't it just go straight and go through downtown?
It doesn't seem to be moving.
There
No, we're
we
at a
go.
red light.
Oh, there we go.
We're at a red. Let's take this thing
None
down.
of the other
It's
cars
in
were
the way.
moving either.
Well, you
Yeah.
were about 30 yards back when it froze. Actually, I'm I'm guessing.
Looks like the traffic's going
By the
really
way, I'm supporting my
slow.
Mexican brothers. Here you go.
Mhm.
Go back to Mexico. Produce more of this. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh man, I do not want to turn here, but it's gonna force me.
I
I'm
feel
gonna
like I'm in
turn
Texas.
only lane. The car is driving itself, by the way. So if we get into a crash, we will send it to Elon.
Are you supposed to give complete control over to your car? And she's gone.
Yeah, she froze up.
Wait.
There we go.
Yep.
We're back.
Why are you playing with it?
I was
He
trying to
never
straighten
said.
the phone out. And
Yeah, you're back.
accidentally hit the off button.
Said no man. Said no man ever. Why are you playing with it? Said no man ever. Why
Yeah.
are you messing around with it? Can you just leave it
Because
alone?
I told you I was trying to straighten it out so it was
It's working great.
level, and I hit the power button accidentally.
Okay, leave it alone.
This,
Doesn't matter. It's good.
this is what's called South Padre Island Drive. And this is why it's taking
Okay.
22 minutes. It says we have 14 minutes left before we're there.
Because of all this traffic that's not there. Seems pretty clear. I don't see any protests.
Yeah.
Why are we in England? Isn't that funny? It's like you're driving on the left side of the road.
No, it's on the right.
No, it looks all right to me.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Is this screen backwards?
No,
Is
no,
it
That
it's,
looks
it's
good to me.
no, it's not.
Don't play with it.
Oh my God, it's perfect.
Looks all right.
It's
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Mhm.
Donald, so we can all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
That
This,
would be.
this thing is backwards.
No,
Yeah.
it's all right to me.
Yeah, that's because you're in
No,
Australia.
it looks right.
Oh, that's right. It is backwards.
Yeah.
I don't know. Was it left to your right?
That white Jeep is to my right. And it's showing on the left.
No, that wasn't past the Jeep. Are you in the right lane?
Of course, every other car, I'm in the left
Yep.
lane. Every other car in Corpus Christi is a Jeep.
Yes, it's backwards.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the signage was mirrored
back.
The
too.
signage was backwards. Yeah.
Yeah, the signage is mirrored.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She's broadcasting from a different. She's from a mirror universe.
There
There
you
we
Yeah,
go.
now that looks wrong.
Now she's back in our dimension.
There we go. I got it.
Quit crossing over into the multiverse. It messes with your camera.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can read everything properly now.
Yeah.
That's my
Yo,
favorite
you're
road.
breaking up.
Breaking up again.
Yep. Yeah, make sure you're on your T-Mobile and not your Comcast.
No, I'm not on. I can't be on my Comcast because my Comcast is my network card is disabled. I guess T-Mobile sucks tonight too.
Are you,
It's high.
I'm on
Maybe-
T-Mobile.
Am I still great?
Now you're on Hell 9000.
yeah.
What?
Now, this is crazy. I'm not driving. It's doing all this by itself.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Isn't it what it's supposed to do? Am I still breaking up? Answer me, damn it.
No.
No.
No, not
Okay,
at the
thank you.
moment.
Okay, thank you.
I will be right back, gentlemen.
Oh, they got bingo.
Yeah.
Bingo. Yes.
You know, they have 3 different buildings at that facility, one for the morning, one for the afternoon, and one for the evening. So that, like, if you go, whatever time it is, you go to that particular building, and it gives the cleaning crew time to go through the previous building and get it ready for the next cycle. Isn't that weird?
Hmm.
Is the video good?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's fine.
This is how long it takes. Actually, I could have got there quicker going a different route, but this is the actual highway route. I was going to cut through town. I was going to go through downtown. Do what? Oh, I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
Much further.
Are we there yet?
It says 6 miles, 8 minutes.
Oh crap! We can talk about other things in the meantime.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. What are you up to?
Well, somebody can Google the Blue Ghost or the USS Lexington and Corpus Christi, and you can know all about the history of it before we get there.
Mm.
They call
Why
it the
don't you
Blue
just-
Ghost.
Why don't you just tell us about it?
Well, it was actually sunk in World War II by the Japanese, and
Yep.
they launched another boat out that looked just like it. And when it was coming through the fog, it was kind of lit up like blue, and so the Japanese, I guess, coined it Blue Ghost, is what I understand. And the Japanese were very superstitious anyway, and they were like, "Oh my God!" They came back from the dead. They were terrified of this battleship.
Well, I imagine if you thought that was the same ship that you just sunk and it's heading towards you, I don't care how superstitious you are, that would rattle you. You know.
Yeah.
History. I got one. What? And I didn't look it up. You guys are a bunch of history buffs. When was the last time France actually won a war?
Oh, they won a lot of wars.
Well,
Yeah.
might
When
have
was the
been
last time?
the
When was the last time?
Well, it's been a minute.
Napoleonic Wars.
Yeah, Napoleon. There you go.
Who?
Yeah.
Napoleon. You've heard of him, right?
Yeah, the
That
Battle
wasn't
of
since
Austerlitz.
Napoleon, right?
What?
Since Napoleon.
Napoleon
I would
conquered
think.
most of Europe at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you guys
Isn't
butt
the French-
kicked and that was the last time they won? I mean, seriously?
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't the French isn't the French flag a white cross on a white background?
You can see some of the structure of the new bridge that they're building over the port of Corpus Christi here. This is it was supposed to be opened years ago, but they had a lot of engineering problems. But it's not lit very well, so I don't know how good the camera's going to pick up on it.
I don't know. This looks like any highway in any state right now.
Well, this is construction area, obviously. So
I'm impressed in how your Tesla picked up on those barriers right away.
this is like one of the biggest suspension bridges in the United States when they get it done.
Interesting.
What kind of bike is that?
This is coming up on downtown Corpus Christi.
Fascinating.
Why did it change lanes? Oh,
It changed
it had
lanes
to.
because of
It had to. Wow, good job, Tesla.
Nice work.
No, I mean with the construction and the temporary lines and all that, it's doing a great job.
There's a pothole up here it usually hits, so I'm probably going to take over if it looks like it's going to smack into it.
You think it would learn to stop hitting the pothole?
Yeah.
Yeah, call Eli.
Ask Billy. He's gone through about 4 rims on his Model Y because he bought the Performance with the 20-inch rims, so it's got short, sidewall on the tires. He's cracked at least 4 rims on that thing.
Yeah, I've got the 19.
Like $2,000 a piece too.
I've got the 19-inch on this one. So you might be able to see here. It's right in front of us, but I don't know how well that's coming through on the camera.
Over on the left-hand side.
Yep, on the left-hand side.
Yep. Yep, you can see it.
Disconnected.
Nope.
There you go. Can you see it?
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, we saw it before. Yep.
Down here is Lexington. Down on the bottom, you can see the blue ghost.
Oh.
See the blue?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Cool.
That's it. There you go. That's where we're
Well,
going.
I'm a little nervous.
saying,
Now.
that was-
Monitor what your car's.
That was awesome. We got to see the Blue Ghost. Bravo. Bravissima. Prego.
We're actually going to go down to it, though.
Oh, you're actually going down to it? Oh,
Yeah, I'm
bonus.
going to go right to the ship.
Oh,
That's even better.
I would have settled for that.
Mhm.
Thing is still driving itself.
And it's seeing those overturned barriers. That's kind of cool.
Mhm.
The fact that it sees those barriers at all is very cool.
God, look at this road. Holy crap.
Yeah.
It drives better than most people, actually.
Yeah, but
That's a low bar.
Yeah, I was going to say, how much
Yeah,
credit is
yeah.
that?
Yeah, I'm setting the bar pretty low.
When I
Now,
go
that
to
road
see
looks
Jeff,
about as bad as.
I can go all the way from our driveway to the valet parking at MD Anderson, and I don't touch the steering wheel, but maybe one time, maybe twice, if that. Usually just once.
Man, I tell you what, that road was about as rough as the trail that Lloyd had to take to get from St. Louis to California.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, the Oregon Trail.
Mike
Yeah.
was talking.
Yeah. Depends on what kind of plane. If it was Airbus, we make them for Airbus. But if it's Boeing or one of the other manufacturers, we didn't make it.
It was a 787.
Oh yeah, so it's a Boeing. Yeah, so I didn't do it.
Your fault.
Wasn't my
That
fault.
was a
It was a
Boeing.
787.
Yep.
That's one of their
Yeah.
newest aircraft. Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's
it's
a
actually got like
jumbo.
a pristine record till now.
Yep. Did they find
Yeah.
out what caused it?
I haven't
Because
heard anything, just speculation.
No, not yet. No.
from the video, it looked like it stalled
Hmm.
because it was coming at a real high angle, and it looked like it just
Well,
either
a flame out on your
had-
engine will cause that.
yeah.
Hey, guys, there you are.
Yep.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh.
Oh.
Now rent a room in that beach hotel and put on another kind of show for us, Alexis. Wow.
Is that right next to the base hotel?
Wow. No, it's beach.
No, this is not next to the base.
Wow.
But check the jet out right there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a Harrier.
I wonder
I guess
where.
it is.
Is it though?
Oh, I
Why,
can
why,
park
why
over
would they have
here.
a British jet?
I don't think it's a Harrier, is it?
I don't think so.
I don't think it is either.
No,
No,
I
I
think
think
it's
it's
like a.
Corsair. It looked like a Corsair or a F5 Freedom Fighter or something like
It's
that.
one of the old Blue Angel jets.
Yeah.
Okay, it might be an F5. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks kind of like an F5 at a glance, but I didn't get a
That's
good
what I
look
was
at it.
thinking too. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna get out of the car. I gotta find a
Well,
leash for
we're not
Ginny.
going to get out of your car. You're going to get out of your car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, her and
I'm just-
Jenny. That's a
No,
weird, Mr.
I'm
Man.
gonna take Jin with me. Hold on, Ginny. I gotta get your leash.
And participle Nazi. Oh.
Yeah. No, it's not a Harrier. I'm sure it's a.
No.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
you're right. I don't think it's a Harrier.
No, a Hawker Harrier would be a British jet which would not be sitting in front of an American installation.
Right. Right.
Sorry.
Although we did have them in our Navy, was part of the Marines. Yep.
Sure.
Did we?
Yep.
Yeah. The Marines had Harriers.
Yeah.
When?
Did you see?
Yeah, 'cause,
did you see
True
True
Lies?
Lies? Yeah.
Yeah, I know you're going to friends of True Lies. I knew it.
What's that?
True Lies.
Oh yeah, with
Yeah.
Arnold.
Arnold. Yeah.
Arnold
Like
flew
Curtis.
That was one of Judy's favorite comedy
Yeah.
movies.
Mhm.
Yeah, there
watch
was
that
a
all
Hawk.
the time.
That
Yeah.
was a Hawker Harrier, huh? Yeah.
Oh, A4 Skyhawk. Yeah. That's probably
Okay. Is it A4?
Yeah.
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 That's what I would have thought.
Yeah, because
Really?
they wouldn't
Oh,
have had
okay.
an F5 because F5 is an Air Force aircraft.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I
Is
knew
it the
wasn't
same aircraft?
No.
Okay.
No, the F5
You know what I
is
mean?
the yeah. No, it's and you said Corsair, and that wasn't a Corsair because those
No.
are the A7s, and that's the first aircraft I worked on. I knew that. They're called
Okay.
they're called sloughs.
Sloths.
Yeah, short little ugly fellers.
Fighters.
Yeah, sloths. I thought because they have like the Sea Stallion and the Jolly Green Giant in helicopters. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
Right, yeah.
I thought maybe it was the same aircraft, just with a different designation because it was a naval versus the Air Force. You know what I mean?
The A7, the Corsair. It's the Corsair 2 actually, but the Corsair was the Air Force had the A7D and the Navy had the A7C. You know,
Mhm.
Ginny, stay with me.
but they were both the same aircraft. They both had the wings that went up, and yeah, that's the A4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
My
you're
bad.
right.
Yeah.
Blue Angel.
I didn't consider the naval aspect of it.
Yeah. Because the one he said the Blue Angels. Well, she said the Blue Angels, so that's Navy.
Mm-hmm.
The Thunderbirds are Air Force. The Thunderbirds flew F5s. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
But the Blue
It
Angels.
does say Navy thing there, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it has a lot to do with it too. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't make that distinction, quite frankly. So that's my bad.
Yeah.
Between the Air Force and the Navy, I didn't make that distinction. So you're absolutely right.
Wow, look at that anchor.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
Lord.
How about them anchors? That was
Yeah,
made in Norfolk. Wow.
yeah, North.
There's a big old
Norfolk.
sign explaining what that is if she continues forward. So we can verify.
1940. Wow. That's almost as old as Lloyd.
Mhm.
Wow. Wow.
Mhm.
It's as heavy as Mark.
Whoa.
Oh.
Damn, son.
Hey,
Shots
feel
fired.
the burn.
Ouch.
Poodle, look at the poodle, Gingy.
Oh, God. Hello, Mr. Poodle.
Oh,
Go up and read that
When was
plaque
the last
there,
time France
Alexis.
won a war? Well, seriously, was it really Napoleon? It can't be. Really?
Yep.
Isn't that long ago?
Here you
Stop.
go, guys. This is what it is.
Did you Google it?
The
1800.
A4B Skyhawk.
A4B Skyhawk. Man, never argue with the Air Force guy about jets.
Well, actually, it was Cool Cat to put it up there, but I got to think of, wait a minute. You said
Good job, Canadian.
I knew it wasn't the Corsair.
Cool Cat's British, isn't he?
Yeah.
Cool Cat's British,
I thought
yeah,
he
so
was
he
in
would know
Canada.
it
I
wasn't a
don't know.
Harrier.
What's the difference? There
Yeah.
you go. Just some foreign.
He's one of them Commonwealth countries. Speaking of
some foreign
Commonwealth, where the
country.
hell is Mark tonight?
He went to sleep earlier because
Oh,
Precious passed away the other night.
oh yeah,
His cat?
He
yeah.
said to, yeah,
Yeah.
he said to pass on his regards.
Oh, his
Okay.
cat?
Yeah,
His
I
dog.
yeah. Died in
Dog?
sleep.
Oh, dog. Okay.
Yeah, dog died in
Oh, the
his sleep.
dog. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if my name was Precious, I might off my. Never mind. Look at it. It's cool. Can you get past that? You just got to go around. Look at her. Look at her. Climb over.
Gotta stay here right on the beach.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
You can see
Mhm.
the tail of one of the aircraft.
What?
Hey,
The tail.
I'm
of
gonna do this
some-
next week.
There's downtown over here.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We could do this every week. Somebody takes everybody on a trip because we have in Muskegon we have a naval vessel that's permadocked. We have a submarine too that's permadocked too. You can go and look
Yeah.
at.
Yeah, we have a submarine here too, but unfortunately, you can't. Since the flood of 2019, they haven't been able to open it back up. So,
Mm.
well, they're trying to get the funds together to move it to a different location. So,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was in air defense. That's the only reason why I know as many of the planes and stuff like that. Because we had IFF, but we still had to learn them all by visual as well.
yeah,
So I didn't shoot down friendlies.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
You'll
Hey now,
be okay for 5 minutes without you.
hey brother. Hey.
I did my Destiny, kayak.
Oh, you got a torpedo there.
Yeah, torpedoed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah,
I
here.
like handling. Says I like handling long tubular things, especially when they're hard.
Jenny, stay with me. Oh, stop.
Jenny, who can I turn to?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's trying to pull ahead. She's better trained than that.
8675309.
8675309.
I wonder if that number is still off the because I know that Ma Bell back in the days was Ma Bell took that number off the list
Yeah.
in every area code
Stop it.
in every area code
Stay with me.
because of it.
Stay
People were
with
calling
me.
it. So
Stay with me.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey.
Bill, I
Hold it.
gotta get
Did it nice.
going.
Okay,
Thanks
good
for
night.
bye,
having me.
Art.
All right, Art.
You guys have a
Bye,
good
Art.
Bye,
great
Art.
Mother's Day tomorrow.
Just for getting to the aircraft carrier. Now you
Good
leave.
night.
Good night,
Bye,
Art.
Art.
Good night.
Bye.
Throw him
Monday.
overboard. Throw him
Bye.
overboard.
Man overboard. Bye.
Very cool. What ship is that?
Lexington. You know,
I like
we should do that like every week. Somebody could just take us all on a trip. That would actually be
There you go.
mildly interesting.
Here's some
Well, that was-
here's some
that was
live
the second
entertainment for
Lexington.
Lon.
That was the
Come on,
second
check it out.
Lexington.
Huh?
Okay. That was the second
Sorry, go ahead.
Lexington in World War II?
Yes.
Thank you. Well, obviously, because the original one is in the bottom of
Destroyed.
the articles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they had a post World War II Lexington.
Ooh, that's an interesting idea. Maybe like the third Lexington.
Could be. Enterprise has been used how many times?
Well, they're on Enterprise, what, J or something now, aren't they? Oh, you're not talking about Star Trek. You're talking about
No.
Just kidding.
Hey, we saw that plane
Is
already.
that an actual jet? That thing looks small to be the actual jet, doesn't it? Is it just me? Just at a glance, it looks
Maybe
kind of
it's just a
small.
wide angle lens.
Well, they're
suppose-
they
I
were very
suppose it was
small.
big
Yeah,
enough.
no,
Yeah,
that's
okay.
about its size. Yeah,
I'm looking at that canopy
Well-
though. I'm just like,
yeah,
It's-
no, that may just be a
That canopy looks painted.
Scale model.
it
yeah.
does look little, don't it? It's just the
Yeah.
camera, I'm
But I
sure,
thought-
but it looks
No,
little.
it looks small to me.
Yeah,
Thank
may
you,
be right.
Alexis. Meh.
So that's
Why would they put?
so that's an Essex class carrier from World War II. It's
Ah.
pretty massive. Hold the camera
Yeah.
up. Look at that thing.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's a carrier.
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
an
know
aircraft
that.
carrier. Of course it is.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
flat top with a tower in the middle there. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I didn't see. I
and that
can't see how
was
wide
all
it
for
is.
the Essex class that they brought
Right
out,
on.
and they built like a shit ton of them.
A friend of mine used to
Wow.
say, who's also a pilot, we'd go flying together. He goes, if we lose our engine, that's where I'm landing. I was like,
The
well, good
Enterprise-
luck landing between all the aircraft. It's already on the.
Well,
already
was
on the
a
deck.
Yorktown class. It was slightly smaller than the Essex class, and we built a ton of those. By the end of the war, we were just well, we had like 18.
I remember it, Michael.
I forget a lot of them.
Yeah.
Overwhelming air power in the sea.
Yeah. Give me the big ones. Mm-hmm. And Ken got rid of his Kia Soul for his Tesla Model 3. Wait, is that a Kia Soul? It might not be.
Looks
What
like
is
it.
that?
Yeah.
That's a Ford.
That's the Ford.
And they got a
That's the Ford. I wish
they got
that
a
was a
bat
Kia
symbol
Soul,
up front.
isn't it?
Yeah.
bat symbol on the front bumper, which is pretty cool.
That's not a Kia Soul. It's a Ford for real.
That
Wow.
yeah, that's a Ford.
Wow.
Dude, am I wrong? Doesn't that look like a Kia Soul?
I
No.
thought it was. Yeah,
No, I
Yeah.
don't think so. Kia Soul's taller than that.
Really?
That's smaller. That's one of those. What do you call it? They're made in Korea, I think. Actually,
Oh,
Oh, it is a Soul.
thank you. Jesus.
Nice hole.
Yeah,
Right on the back.
that's a Soul.
it's a Kia
They
Soul.
really,
God
they've,
damn
really,
it.
they've really changed over the years. Holy crap!
yeah.
They
I
used
was
to
gonna
look like
say.
refrigerators with wheels.
Yeah. Well, the one that was worse was that not the Leaf, but it's a Nissan. That damn car was the ugliest effing. It was almost as bad as the Aztec. That was one ugly ass car though.
I'm pretty sure the
The
Aztec
Nissan.
was voted the ugliest vehicle in history.
Well, oh my
actually.
God, those things are ugly.
You know,
Oh, the last version of the Nissan Quest they put out was pretty damn ugly too.
what's that piece of crap white thing right there?
SpaceX.
That's a Dragon Wagon. This is no parking. That's
Not
hilarious.
parking.
You can see that they monitor this too closely.
Well, you could blame the car. You know, hey, my car parked here. I don't know. It did. It does
Send the
what-
ticket to Elon.
Tell them to
Yeah.
just build a Elon.
Jenny, you're the dog for me.
You look scared. Mommy, did you bring me here to drown me?
I thought about it, but cooler heads
If
prevailed.
I brought a drone down here, I don't know if it would stay up in this wind for very long. It drained the battery.
Really? That
On what?
fast? On the phone, I guess, right?
Oh,
On the corner. I didn't see that. It said no parking when I parked here. They got parking spots. Why would it say
Yeah.
no parking?
Well, what do you need that for? You made your own.
Yeah. Well, you can see it here. Look. See the parking spots?
yeah.
So why did
Yeah.
you park in a no parking area?
Didn't know it was a no parking area.
I'm just saying. Did your car park there? Did you?
I'm blaming the car. First,
Yeah, blame it on the car.
Can't the
That's
car
right.
be?
did Don just quote Jane Eyre? No. What is that from? Hey Don, what's that quote from?
Here's where the party is.
Hell, where the party at? Oh, demonetized.
Yeah. Better put the window back up, huh? Yeah, that could probably
You
do
made
it.
it up? It sounds familiar. Oh, I'm sorry, Alexis. I didn't know you were going to say something.
Oh no, I was just saying I had to put the window up because that could do it. I guess that could demonetize. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I don't think he cares that much, to tell you the truth. Oh, that's a pretty good. You're quite the poet there, Don. I might have went to the vast expanse of darkness, though, instead of the eternity of night. No, you didn't even be using darkness twice. Never mind. For a brief moment in the eternity of night, I felt a spark, an infinitesimal mote of light that illuminated my darkness.
Now check this bike out.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Guess that's where they live in this little
Nice.
tiny house.
That's probably not a bad spot, really, because you know I worry about neighbors. You know?
Yeah, well, I mean, they're close to a lot of things here.
And they can party it up, yo.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna complain.
It's really heck trying to get out of here, though. I'm just going to let the car find its way. I told it to go home.
Yeah.
Return to home.
Turn to home.
Return to cellar.
Beep, 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 beep.
There's a palm frond.
Return the thunder.
Oh, wow. It went around the palm frond. That is cool.
That is.
Yeah, full self drive. They're getting there. That's for sure. I didn't see Billy touch the steering wheel twice, all the way up the coast and all through Philadelphia. He barely touches. They'd be driving through Philadelphia, man. Full self drive. I'm like, yikes.
Is that in his Y or is that in his Cybertruck?
And it's why I haven't ridden a Cybertruck yet because of what happened for the Florida meetup. We ended up not, taking the Cybertruck. So
Yeah.
I haven't even seen it yet. In real life, I've seen it in pictures, of course. He's still waiting for his light bar. What the shit, Alexis? You're tight with Elon. What the hell's going on with the light bars? They sold him a truck with a light bar, and I don't know if anybody's gotten that light bar. Have they?
I don't have one on this one. This is a, all along I've been saying this is a 2019. And I was looking at my insurance the other day, and then I looked at the actual paperwork on the car. This isn't a 2019. This is a 2022.
Wow, you're only slightly off.
Yeah. How could,
Well, you know why I thought it was? I figured
how
it
could
out.
you not know the
reason-
year of your car by 3 years? Silly girl.
Because I had two trucks that were 2019, and that's why I thought everything was 2019.
Well, yeah, they haven't made any since then. I get it. You silly.
Sorry, Bill. Not everybody is on it as good as you are.
Oh, I am on it.
Wait, you are on it, man.
You're on
There
it,
you go,
man.
now.
You're on
I'm
it.
pretty much right under it. Look.
I'm on it. I'm under it. I'm over it.
Can you see
That's
it?
cool. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very cool, actually.
Yeah, that's the new one.
There's a lot of that's the new style, isn't it?
It's huge.
It's a bridge like
This
that
thing
in
is
Tampa.
massive.
Huge. Possibly the biggest ever. Huge. Some say the biggest.
Some say the biggest. Big, beautiful. Get the
Big
bands.
beautiful bridge.
See if this thing knows which way to go to get home. I hope this.
You've been across that bridge in the Tampa area, right, Lon? With
Oh, you know
suspension like
what?
that.
Yeah. What?
Hold on. Do not enter wrong way. But this is okay that way.
You should be good. There's a yield sign.
It
Oh,
also
you know
says
what?
yield.
Yeah,
It
but you know
says,
what?
it says,
This is trying to take me to Portland and then to go home. So see this truck coming? I'm gonna get behind this guy. That's what I need to do. I need to go this way.
Uh-oh.
Okay, here we
Going
go.
off. She's
So-
going off script.
Yeah,
Are you sure?
yeah. See the truck right there and the
Yes,
car.
ma'am.
Okay, so here we go.
well, yeah, because
going
that
this-
was the do not enter was his lane. His lane goes
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
way.
that's what I thought.
So
Yeah.
this is the
Your,
way.
your lane was
What
fine.
it was trying to do. What it was trying to do, I believe, it was trying to take me to Portland, which is across the bay, and then to do a U-turn and come back because of where I was strategically. You know, like it didn't want to cut through that little area right there. And now,
Your AI is stupid.
Ha!
no, it's actually
Now, I just made a left turn across a double yellow line. That's okay in Texas?
it's
Yes.
construction.
Apparently.
This is all construction.
The
Oh, now you
Skyway,
see
is that what
here?
it's called?
Look at this. See
Linda,
this?
you're probably right. I've
See
been
this?
across
Look
it a
at
couple
this,
of
look.
times.
It
I didn't know
took me
what
to
it
a
was
dead
called.
end. Because see, this is all construction. The map hasn't
Well,
been
you're the
updated.
one that forced it to go this way.
No. It turned left. Remember, you were just commenting on the left.
No, it wasn't.
Okay,
make
we'll
up
watch
story.
the replay.
Don't make up stories. I tell you, it does a U-turn like it does a 3-point turn like an old man. Okay, now what? Let's see what this thing brings up. Just take a nap. We'll let you know when you get there.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the map to see what the heck it's doing.
Don't let it do it.
Let it do its thing.
It's not going to do anything. It gave
No,
up.
I disabled it. I'm looking at the map. God, you guys are so rude.
Yeah, you guys. What the hell?
You guys.
Oh God, that's too funny. That's somebody that's
Oh,
been on
it's
our
taking
panel
me
for all this time. All of a sudden, just noticed that we're rude.
You are rude.
Yeah.
And you don't
we just-
respect women enough. Oh, and you know what it's trying to do? It's trying to take me back to the Lexington.
Let it do its thing. Well, no, we'll just sit here and shut up because we don't want to be rude. You just sit in your car,
Okay.
turn it back on, let it do its thing. It'll get you there.
It'll get me there.
Are you in a hurry?
Not me.
No, it's going to take you the safest way. For all you know, there's a traffic jam or an accident or something that it knows about that you don't know about.
I have to admit that's a good point because I've made that mistake, ignoring navigation and go,
Yeah.
"What's it talking about? This way's quicker." And I make that turn, and oops.
Absolutely. It especially if you're using a live one like Google Maps or something, it knows it's something's or the one that I actually usually use. Not Google Maps. What's the other one? What's the big one? Waze. Waze is live. You know, people are sitting there hitting that button, bitching about the fact that they're sitting in bumper to bumper traffic. So let Waze do its thing.
Remember when you would report both the way you were going and the opposite direction, you could report accidents and stuff, but now it's only in the direction that you're traveling.
In Waze, I thought it actually gave you the option to say other side.
It might. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
I remember doing the trip with my mom back from Indiana to Texas, and it was like both ways because Jeff was having a blast with it. But the last time I used it, which has been a long time ago, it was just in one direction.
Pretty sure. I mean, like I said, if you report a police officer, for example, which I do not recommend subverting the. You could say other side.
Hi, Captain Ray. Oh, and then down here is the Texas State Aquarium.
Is it open?
No. No, it's just that one.
Hmm.
We
Did it
had a
serve-
family membership for this. It might be expired, or I'm not sure if it automatically renews, but I think it's
Did-
expired.
Do they serve food there, like sushi and stuff?
I don't know about sushi. They do have restaurants there, though.
That
There's
would
the
be
bottom of the bridge that I want to be on.
an aquarium.
Yep. Call it
Wow.
Nemo.
This is really odd. I've never had my. Let's see, I got to put this thing on defrost. Or I'll just tell the car. Hold on. Front defroster on.
Is your car on?
Here it goes.
But is it confused?
No. I just had to tell it to put its defroster on.
So it's
There,
going to stop you to do that?
No, I just told it to put the defroster on. That's all.
I'm just saying it's stopping.
No, I stopped the car. You know, it is a car. I can't
I
drive
get
a
it,
car.
but you need to stop. Never mind. Never mind. I don't have to stop my truck to put the defrost on.
I didn't have to stop to put the defroster on. You guys are so weird.
Why are you lumping us all in with Bill?
Well, you just did it. I mean, I
haven't
didn't
said a
understand.
word.
I didn't understand why it stopped. That's all. I'm trying to get it, understanding.
Poor Bill.
What the fuck? Not poor me. I'm home. I'm comfortable. I got potato soup in the other room. I'm good. You're running around in circles. It seems like you're back at the fucking aircraft carrier again.
It doesn't fuck.
Well, how do you know?
Fuck some
Yeah,
dudes
but
up, yo.
there's a lot of that going on.
Poor Bill.
I'm good, thanks. I mean, turn the camera to the right. I want to see the aircraft carrier again.
Sorry, Bill. You have to watch the replay.
This appears to be a replay.
It does.
Dang it.
I was trying to go back by the party so you'd be demonetized.
Okay. All right. Now it seems like we're going somewhere.
Yeah.
Here goes Blackbeards. That's a good place to eat. Blackbeards.
Oh, sweet. You can go your own way. Go your own way.
Oh, look, Don, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and neighbors. Don, the ball of mud is here.
I
Hi,
think
Don.
it's time to go.
I'm not closing the lodge tonight. I'm just seeing as
I
I'm
don't know. You're
10 hours away.
You're silhouetting it for some reason.
Well, I'm outside.
Okay.
We're sharing a suite with another couple. I don't want to disturb them.
Mhm.
Where you at? Oh, that's right. You're in Pensacola.
Yeah.
Where are you
wanna
going?
Do what?
Is this your destination? Is that where you're going, Pensacola?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you're
okay. Well, you could have been
right.
on your way. You could have been on your way somewhere else and stopped in Pensacola. Okay, cool. What are you doing there? Why did you need to go to Pensacola?
We didn't need to. We just wanted to. You can't.
Okay, so
see
okay,
anything,
well,
can you?
yeah. Oh my God, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, what? It's like pulling teeth. So you went to Pensacola just to go on a little getaway
On vacation. Yeah.
vacation. Okay.
It's my
Nice.
my wife and I are celebrating our 28th anniversary today.
Congratulations.
Happy
Hooray.
anniversary.
Happy
My
anniversary, Don.
My anniversary's tomorrow.
And
Happy
Oh, you guys aren't gonna be
anniversary,
able to see this.
Bill.
What's that?
there's in our
Happy
suite,
anniversary.
Thank you.
but I
26
don't
years.
want to invade the other couple's privacy.
So is today the actual what day is the actual anniversary?
Today.
Today. Happy anniversary,
Okay.
Tom.
Yep, got married on Flag Day.
Good
Flag
on you.
Day.
It's Flag Day.
Wow.
Is it?
Yeah,
It's
June
President
June
Trump's
14th every
birthday.
year.
Mine's my anniversary
Did
is
you know that?
Father's Day this year.
Yay.
That's tomorrow, right?
Did you know it was
Yes, correct.
Today.
Today?
What?
Yep.
Yes, it's his birthday, and
Yeah,
it's also
it
the
was his
birthday of
birthday.
the Army.
I
Yeah.
don't care. It's my anniversary. That's more
It's
important.
your anniversary. That's
Yeah,
the most
it is.
important thing
I
there
know.
is, right here.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Don, 100%.
Lon was talking earlier about having a 4-year contract on marriages, and I think that'd be a great idea because I would get to marry my wife over and over and over again.
If she agreed to it. There's two
Is
parts
she
to that
listening?
contract.
Yeah, sometimes till death do us part is a little longer than you expect.
No, that's great. That's a great.
But
sometimes
that's a great
shorter.
That's a
concept
great.
there.
If you feel that way, your life is
I want
good.
another
Yeah.
20 or 30 years with Jeff.
Oh, yeah, I know.
We want you to have another 20
Yeah.
or 30 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, we.
Look at all this construction and the car is maneuvering this crap. I don't think it's going to
Yeah.
do a very
Yeah,
good
it's pretty
job
cool.
here. But let's see.
Well, it went around that palm frond.
So far, so
It's got
good.
a left
Pretty
turn signal. I
impressive.
guess it's just because. Yeah, it's doing.
It's doing a
Oh
great
my
job.
God,
What are
it's
you talking about? It's confusing me, and the car's doing fine.
Yeah.
It's actually doing it.
Yeah,
I think you're like on a
absolutely.
back road somewhere. Hey, my drone left Anchorage, Alaska, and it's on the way to my house right now.
Yay.
It cleared
Oh,
customs.
cool! Made it through the
It cleared
port.
customs like that. It cleared customs in 2 hours.
Well, at least it's in the States.
That's awesome.
Oh, excuse me, 3 hours. It landed. No, wait a minute, 2. It landed at 149, and they cleared it by 245.
That's very cool.
That's what ordering from Korea, baby. They the customs said, "Oh, Korea, let it go."
Yep.
You know, DJI should just ship all their shit through Korea. They just open up a dock or a warehouse in Korea,
Stamp
ship
it, moving
everything from
on.
China to Korea,
Yep,
and then ship it
yep.
from Korea.
Yeah.
Well, Samsung
bridge
phones
was,
make it here somehow. So
This harbor bridge, the old one, was finished in 1958.
Wow.
It's as old as I am.
But yeah, well, Samsung, Korea's our buddies, so that's the difference. You know what I mean?
sure.
Well, South Korea is.
Yeah, South Korea rather. Yeah, I'll go along with that. My bad. Yeah,
Yes, Korea.
I remember I got a motorcycle jacket, Lloyd, from Pakistan in one day once. I ordered a motorcycle jacket, and it was at my
Wow.
doorstep the next day. I was
Yeah.
like, get the hell out of here. But apparently we were tight with Pakistan, so
Yep.
the shit lands and pew,
Yeah. Yeah.
right back out the door. I was like, get out of here. I was really surprised. I thought
Yeah,
it was gonna
that-
be weeks.
My Australian cowboy hat came from. Wait.
How is that possible?
Yeah, made in Pakistan.
I thought he was gonna say Australia.
No, it claims to be an Australia. It's a the Down Under,
Outback style.
the Down Under leather hat,
Oh, okay.
made with genuine buffalo hide,
Ooh.
water resistant, blah blah blah, and then you read the little tag over here.
What,
that says made-
Pakistani buffalo?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Water buffalo.
Probably water buffalo,
all those,
yeah.
all those Australian and Pakistani buffalo.
You need to be careful. And you be careful what part of the hide they used. If they had the butthole on top, it's gonna get your head wet.
Oh snap!
Well, it's made
Not
from the
just
just
saying.
buffalo.
buffalo hide in general.
If it's made from the butthole, that's
Oh
Well, that's what
snap!
yeah. I guess
That's
that would be
leather.
that'd be the spot in the top of the hat where you put your feather in, right?
Oh giggity! That'd be a big ass feather.
Well, if it's made from bull hide and it's made from the butthole, that makes it a bullshit hat.
Only when Bill's wearing it.
yeah. There you go.
Oh snap! Yeah.
I didn't say that,
Yeah.
Bill.
Hello, Curtis.
No, but
Curtis.
you implicated it, which is why he picked up on it. Hi, Curtis.
Yeah, you dog.
Yeah, everybody knew what you meant.
Yeah, how dare you?
Lloyd, you troublemaker. Everybody
What?
knew. You're the cause of it. You made me say that. I didn't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lloyd.
You're responsible for my
Instigator.
misbehavior.
Are you being paid by
Whatever.
George Soros? You bastard.
You knew you were going to antagonize me into saying something mean.
Well, yeah, that was my hope, but you know.
Alexis,
Soros
how's
back.
it doing? How's it doing? Are we actually on our way home now?
Are we there yet?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I should have just stopped
That's
screwing
doing
with it and let it
perfect.
go.
Yeah, she's killing it now. She's good. That was pretty complicated through all that construction. You got to give him credit.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty complicated.
Yeah.
It skated right through there like it was nothing. Yes, sir. We ought to do this every week. I'm serious. Take
Why does
everybody
we-
on a little trip.
Why did it switch lanes?
I don't,
Why did it get into the left lane just now?
Because he's going faster than the speed limit.
Is it a
And
truck?
she's got it set to aggressive or whatever.
just make it an event.
I
Driving
want
with
to be
Tesla.
behind that big truck
Yeah.
in case anything falls off it.
It didn't like that boat right there.
They're bored. No, she probably has it set for aggressive too. There's settings you can set them to.
Yeah, they changed that. You know, you used to scroll the right wheel up and down to set your speed. And now on the right scroll wheel, instead of scrolling it, you tap it right or left. And you've got a chill, a normal, and a hurry mode.
Hurried. Thank you. I was trying to pull it from my head, and I couldn't think of the phrasing. Yeah, it was chill and hurried and normal or something, right?
That's chill, normal, and hurry.
Yeah,
Oh,
chill,
yeah,
normal,
I
and
like
hurry. Yeah. Yeah,
And
I
in the
knew it was
hurry
something
mode,
like
the
that.
max is 85 miles an hour.
Yeah. And it'll make passes and all kinds of goofy shit.
Yep.
I have a few settings of my transmission: sport,
Dang it.
and trailer. I think.
Now I wish my case was in. Jackasses.
Where'd you order the case from?
Amazon, China.
Timbuktu.
So Wednesday's when it's going to be in. So,
Oh, okay.
cool.
What did Curtis just say?
He's protesting.
I have no. I don't know.
Curtis said he's protesting. He doesn't know what, but he's protesting. And you guys were talking about protesting earlier. So
Yeah.
Cool Cat made the connection where there wasn't one. Curtis had just popped in and said something about protesting. No big deal. That's your Reader's Digest version of it. Your Cliff Notes. Where'd Dominic go?
I don't know.
Bastard.
He walked off.
How
and
dare
he's been
you?
gone for a while.
I know. I just noticed.
Actually, I think when all that funny noise was coming in, I don't think he's been back since then, has he?
Uh-oh. Now we're getting echo. Echo. On the wrong side, Nick City. And the girls are pretty.
Sounds like we're getting radio waves too.
Yeah.
I thought it was me for a minute because when I turned my head, it quit.
No, the aliens are trying to
No.
talk to this AI vehicle here.
Yeah.
Is this me?
It could be just because, because of how you're streaming, but I wouldn't worry about it. It's not that bad.
No,
It's
it's just a
very
little
light. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the way you're in. That's probably why.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Baby. Here,
Yeah, I hear my
boy.
phone.
Are you crazy? Down, boy. I don't know. Hey,
Control.
I don't know if she's reading the comments, Kitty. Hey, Alexis, does your Tesla have Starlink? Billy Cybertruck does.
Oh, I think it's Alexis because she's trying to talk and she's
Oh, it must be mine.
Alexis.
Free shopping in LA. Free shopping time. It's like, everything's free in LA now. So funny. Sometimes I'm jealous. They came out of a jewelry store. I saw one of the clips. They were coming out of a jewelry store with armloads of jewelry. You want to talk about getting your wife something for your anniversary? This guy came out with like 100 jewelry boxes in his arms, man. I was like, damn, son. I was like, damn.
That irritates the rest of us that actually pay for the jewelry.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
What are you telling? Oh, God. I went to Walmart, right? And I made the mistake of going like at 7 before you're going to go live. So I didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal. Well, apparently we've all been fired in my local Walmart because the self-check lanes all were closed. So we're no longer Walmart employees anymore, apparently. We're no longer working for Walmart part-time anymore. Hey.
It's our 28th anniversary. You might as well you might try and look happy.
Give her
You
something to
should
be
on
happy
beef jerky.
about.
She's been married to you for 20 years, Don.
Yeah, she looks
Why would
happy
she be
enough.
happy?
Smiles are long gone. All those smile muscles have atrophied.
Are your smile muscles atrophy?
After being married to you for 20 years, yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
Welcome to Florida.
The video is Alexis letting her Tesla drive her home.
yeah, this is
From
riveting.
a World War II aircraft carrier that you missed, unfortunately.
Yeah, and she was letting it drive her through construction and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And she only hit 3 hobos.
Bill says she only hit 3 hobos.
They are the unhoused, I'll have you know, sir.
Here.
That's right.
They consider the unhoused.
I intentionally
Is
use
that
that
static
word.
from Alexis?
I know.
Where's the static from?
Alexis.
I don't know. We
because
can't figure it out yet. It
No,
must be
it's
Alexis.
Alexis.
We're not
It's
sure.
Alexis because she tried to talk.
Is it
and
Alexis? Yeah.
it was,
Well, mute her if you know for a fact it's her.
Okay, let's do it. Damn it. Okay. And
Oh, when he's right, he's right.
Yep.
muted.
Yep. When he's
When
right,
he's
he's right.
He's
Here's the
right,
thing.
boy.
Yep.
Bill can't stand when she's chewing on microphone, but he'll let static go on for a half hour.
Yeah, exactly. Let that go on
I-
forever.
I don't have a problem with static. This set of people
Oh, I have a problem with
sets
that.
me up.
That static was bothering me.
There is a name for that. What is it, Don?
Yeah, you're the encyclopedia.
It's,
Misophonia.
Misophonia.
bullshit.
Yeah. That's the only sound that
Oh,
that's the only,
misophonia.
that's the only sound that bothers me is people smacking their lips. Anything else?
I don't know. I think
Nails,
that's it. I don't know. It might not be.
nails on the chalkboard, no problem. Anything else? I mean,
Yeah.
some people don't like the sound of cardboard. You're gripping cardboard. None of that stuff bothers me. Nothing bothers
Styrofoam.
me. Styrofoam. The only thing, just that sound, people like. So it's very tough for me to go to movie theaters. So everybody's chomping on
Oof.
popcorn, and
Yeah.
or restaurant, even
Bugs
restaurants.
Bunny cartoons. Or Bugs Bunny cartoons.
Yeah, that's Bill. Up there,
Yeah,
Todd.
what's up, Doc?
No, that's really
the little
phony.
blue, the little blue thing right here. That would be
Doesn't bother
Lloyd.
me.
He's the Yoki. Lives down
Ancient.
in Muskogee.
Yeah. I live in Muskogee.
Next down,
Yeah.
that's Lon,
Yeah. That
Driving on
guy.
the wrong side of the road.
and then
That's Lon.
the thing that looks like a toe sticking up down here in the sunset. That's Dominic's head.
Yeah.
He's in
Hello.
Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why he talks
Aussie.
funny.
Oi, oi, oi.
Yeah, Dominic's the only one here that talks really funny.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
Sure.
you're right.
That's correct.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah,
Do what?
Okay. Uh-huh.
So
Gee,
this is how you spend your Saturday evenings?
Well,
Yeah, isn't it
sometimes-
riveting? Riveting.
I usually pop on late in their show. It's usually when I go up and close the lodge. I'll pop them on while I'm closing
Yeah,
the
you're the closer.
register.
He's a
I-
person that
would've-
chases
I would've
everybody
thought-
out.
I was thinking she was going to be home by now, actually. So, it's
Yeah.
been a while.
We've invested an
Maybe
hour in
she
this,
fell
I'll be
asleep
honest
in
with
the
you.
car.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
invested a solid hour in this.
Didn't she say it was 14 minutes?
No,
It's
it was
more
22
than
minutes
miles
away.
away.
22.
Stuck on
Yeah, it was 22 minutes away each way. And she hung around there for a solid, 15 minutes or whatever. So,
I don't know.
Yeah,
Just,
so-
yeah, we
we're
invested
looking
a solid hour into this. It's pretty fun. We got to
Yeah.
do this every week. Somebody
Maybe the
go on.
car's got her
Yeah,
held
we're
hostage.
emotionally invested.
Well, is it driving her home?
Yes.
Okay, so anybody who
Why
wants to
not
break
now?
into Alexis's house now will have explicit directions on how to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no,
Pay pretty close
she's
attention, though.
She's got a dog eating. She's got a dangerous dog there.
Yeah,
Apparently.
she got some
Something that bit
attack
into the one-
chickens.
And other dogs.
She's got danger ducks.
Attack chickens.
And a
Hey.
couple cats.
Those attack
Danger
chickens will
ducks.
come at you waving their peckers. You'll
Danger.
She's got Darkwing Duck there.
That'd be a great cartoon. Danger ducks.
Danger Ducks. You write it real quick. That will write itself, really. Be three
can't-
duck ninjas or something.
No, Mike, I cannot flip Dominic 180 degrees because he's on the bottom of the
I like to
planet.
flip Dominic 180 degrees.
Yeah, so I can see it the right way around.
Because he's on the bottom of the planet, the bottom half of the planet. I get it. I get the joke. Nah,
Yeah.
I can't.
Yep.
Yeah. Ha 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 ha. Oh, ha ha ha.
It is to laugh.
Oh,
It's to laugh. Ha 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 ha. Oh, very
Uh-huh.
funny, Americans. Oh, ha, ha.
Yeah, Bill's in
Yeah.
Florida. He said he might drive up here and say hi to us.
I agree
He's like, oh,
with this. I've enjoyed
He's 8 miles.
Magical
Eight
Mystery Tour. It's
hours.
very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I
Yeah. I'm not saying anything. I'm saying we should do this every week. Or just have Alexis do it every week. She drives somewhere, just pick a spot by her house, and she has to drive there.
it looks like it's the same footage.
Well, I mean,
over and
she
over.
told the car to go anywhere. I mean, how do you do that? How do you tell your car just drive and go
Stop.
anywhere? And what is it? Where does it decide to go?
Mhm.
I mean, I guess we did initially, and it took off without a destination.
If you're fertile, it'll probably run you to Elon's house.
Did it take off and leave her on the side of the road?
yeah.
I'm going to ask the Tesla
No,
just
and
take
actually
me on an
waiting for her
adventure
pic-
and see what happens.
She got out of the car at the museum there where the
Lexington.
Lexington.
aircraft
Yeah.
carrier was. Yeah, the license was. Yeah, and she was showing everything, and the car was right where she left it.
Mhm.
Walgreens and Goodwill right next
I
door to
don't-
each other.
I
Huh?
know.
Yeah, that'd be kind of
Carson
interesting. You know, as like I said, maybe I'll do it next week. I'll just jump in my car and drive through downtown.
There you go.
Hopefully, there are not any protests going on though.
Yeah.
You guys will
you
be
guys,
witness to a crime because I tell you what,
you
I'll
guys,
lose it.
Okay, so
you guys know I do.
real quick, earlier Lon was talking about there was a
You know,
proposal for.
like I'll get on. I'll get on. Please talk.
Go ahead, Bill.
No, it's okay.
He's telling her something. He's not telling us
Yeah.
something.
Oh, sorry. Anyway, Paul Murray's channel on a regular basis. I get in there when I'm on my way to my dad's
Yep.
and on my way back, and this is what I do. I reverse the camera because why want to look at me?
Exactly.
And
Everyone agrees.
and they can see what's going on.
Yeah. We see you every
Yep.
Saturday anyway. So
But
The
no,
image is burned into our
Too much.
skulls.
I was just going to tell my wife about the 4-year marriage contracts that Lon was talking about.
Oh yeah,
He was talking about
that was actually a thing.
a proposal for like a 4-year marriage contract. So you get married for 4 years and then you have to renew it. So you have to actually. And I said that would be awesome because I would get to marry my wife over and over again. And then Lon said that she said yes.
Hey, what kind of cream do you use to get rid of all that chafing on your ass from him kissing it all the time?
Yeah.
Jesus, must be calluses built up.
that was
But he did say
Back up.
Eat up,
Hip hop.
Yep.
eat up.
Me.
Work.
Me.
What we do.
Are you guys making fun?
Yeah, you're breaking up.
Am I? Son of a bitch.
amazing. The only word that came through is "son of a bitch."
Yeah.
Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah, walla walla, bing bang. Ee, ah.
Can you hear me now?
So, do you know who watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Who watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
I
The
watched it
cartoon
with my
back in the day.
grandkids.
No, back in the day.
Yeah.
No.
Nobody watched it.
No.
I
never
watched it
mind
with
then.
my grandkids.
Dominic did.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. You might be interested in this. I'll be right back.
So what about a master?
Turned into a robot.
Oh, what's he gonna?
Mm-hmm.
A little bit.
I don't get why. Let me see.
Ah, walla walla, bing bang.
I have no idea why.
Excuse me.
Figured out where the light switch was. I figured out where the light switch or the light switch turned the
Yeah.
Did you get one about your bed turned on?
So, anybody that knows me knows I ordered a lot of sneakers, right?
Oh, nice.
Oh, really?
Pizza box.
This is how they came.
In pizza boxes.
And I gave away the pizza. It was a big cardboard pizza that was in the top of it initially. That's the first thing that greets you when you open it up. It was a big cardboard pizza.
Why would you give it
So it
away?
looked like there was a pizza. Oh, because I don't care about it. Then these are the kicks, actually.
It makes it
They're
collectible.
Krang's. If you don't know who Krang is, he's one of the villains from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Right?
And
Is
he
he
looks
the one
like
that
a
looks like a
brain.
rhinoceros?
He looks like no, that's Biff or Baff or whatever. He looks like a brain.
Oh, I don't know.
pink.
So
Pink?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
that's pink.
It's very
That's
pink.
all the pink. Yeah,
That's no big
it
ball.
came with 3
Yeah.
different sets of laces. One of the choices was yellow, which I didn't like. But anyway,
Oh, we're back home.
I take it Alexis is home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say somebody's.
She's at somebody's home.
Either that or
Yeah.
she's captured.
That's a good one.
She's at Elon's torture house.
That's impregnation center. It's repopulation center.
Let's see how our sound sounds.
Well, with my high IQ, it really only makes sense that I be the one to do it.
I just unmuted. I unmuted her, so I don't hear any scratchy
Unfortunately,
shit anymore.
the autism
Yep.
levels have gone up 10% though. Okay.
All right, guys. It's been over 3 hours of all this
Yeah.
fun and
We're getting close
frivolity.
to here.
Oh, by the way,
Oh, yeah.
are you guys hearing me now?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, you're
you
perfect
sound
now.
fine. Now that you're getting ready to leave.
Yeah,
Perfect.
it's absolutely perfect.
Perfect's a bit strong. Alexis, turn the. Just get the phone this way. This way.
Oh, and then dogs.
Where's the dog? Maybe if we say it real loud, she'll notice. Alexis, we're leaving.
We're
Alexis.
leaving.
Bye.
Hey, Alexis. We're getting ready to say goodnight.
Good night.
Oh well.
Bye. Bye. We're just gonna go off live. It's not like you're gonna leave immediately after you go off live anyway.
Well, I am. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten. So.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Hey, that's a good idea. I'm gonna make something to eat. I've only been eating this whole time.
I ate just before the show
Now
started.
it's time to say goodbye to Bill and all the
Yeah, wait.
Thank you all for coming, and we hope you will subscribe. You're all
It's like Ellie
invited
Mae's
back
with
next week
Don.
to watch another show. We're all too drunk and tired, so we're gonna have to go.
Y'all come back now. You hear?
This has been a Bill Ways presentation.